A trio of titles and much more to go with it from the Masonic Temple in Salt Lake City. This is Fierce Challenger Series 18, presented by R&R Barbecue. Thank you for being with us alongside Jason Laporte and Joel Haro. I'm Blake O'Rulian. And Jason, like mentioned earlier on, a whole lot of hardware to be handed out this evening live in SLC.
I love it. I love the title fights. Really looking forward to the Jet Swan Garrett Buckaloo fight.
Big one there, not to mention, Joel, an abundance of amateur titles. We talk about heavyweight, light heavyweight, women's flyweight. All of them are good. Which one sticks out to you?
You know, I'm looking at the women's flyweight bout because, I train with Kiani. I've also seen Hannah Silva fight multiple times. You know, I feel like their styles are just going to clash together, and it's going to be a very exciting matchup. I can't wait for it.
How about Teague Vigil, Leon Taylor, a fight we were hoping to see in October, re-racked at the top of the bill tonight?
Yeah, I'm glad to see us running that one back or getting opportunity to run that back. We haven't seen Leon Taylor in the cage in a while. We'll see what he brings tonight.
Joel, your thoughts on the main event?
Yeah, for this main event, it's going to be exciting. Teague Vigil, I feel like he's earned the spot to be called a veteran at this point now. He's a very tough guy. He has a lot of heart in him, never counting him out, and this matchup should be very exciting.
Lots of particulars throughout the entirety of the evening. Some new names to introduce to you as well. We'll do so accordingly throughout the entirety of tonight's telecast. For now, we got some highlights to scan through as we get you primed for Fierce Challenger Series 18.
I'm looking over at Zach Partridge, and he just said, wow.
Got the tap. Drake Anderton headed home with some hardware.
She was smiling while she was smashing her. Did I see Hannah Silva motion that she wanted a belt?
Micaiah August, debut successful. What a win for the Prize Fighter.
Amazing.
How about that, huh?
Let's go!
Fierce fans, for those of you tuning into the pay-per-view and for those of you in attendance here in Salt Lake City, Utah, welcome to the Fierce Fighting Championship Challenger Series. Yes, tonight's event is sanctioned by the Pete Suazo Utah Athletic Commission with Executive Director Scott Bowler in attendance. Dr. Nate Finnerty is also cage-side this evening, along with timekeeper Brittany Jones and scorekeeper Tracy Patillo. The judges for the evening are Stephen Farragher, Dan First, and Dennis McMahon, and the referee in charge when the fights begin will be Dave Selyestead. We are moments away from our first fight of the evening, but at this time we ask that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor our country with the singing of our national anthem by the youngest Fierce Fighting Championship anthem singer we have ever had, and the daughter of one of tonight's main event fighters. Fierce fans, please welcome O'Neal Vigil.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Make some noise for O'Neal Vigil. Good job. Wow. We are now ready for what you all came here to see. 22 mixed martial artists, 11 total fights, including 3 title fights for 1 Fierce Fighting Championship evening. So, Fierce fans, let the fighters in the back know that you are here. Put your hands together and make some noise! Our first fight of the evening is brought to you by Bad Bevs, the official beverage of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our first two fighters, Nateo Aguilar and then Chayton Boone to the cage.
All right, 19 with a new beginning to start things off in Nateo Aguilar. Jason, he got to Syndicate at just 16 years of age, now plenty ready with a whole lot of faith in his grappling.
We've had a lot of the Syndicate guys up here recently coming up to Utah, spoiling the Utah natives fights. So we'll see what Nateo Aguilar brings tonight, but I always love it when the Vegas guys come up to fight for us.
Yeah, Joel, he said he's starting up this career to improve his abilities overall. Jiu-jitsu training dates back all the way to when he was 10 years old, so a grappler at heart for sure.
A grappler at heart, and he comes from a very good gym from Syndicate MMA down in Vegas. And we all know that room is full of killers, amateurs, and pros, and obviously along with the coaching staff. So I'm excited to see what he brings to the cage tonight in his debut.
Austin Ford in the corner tonight. Alec Rodriguez, his teammate, competes later on as well, one of two out of that Las Vegas gym that is so dominant here in the Beehive State. Former state placing wrestler at Durango High School is Nateo Aguilar. He competed at 138 pounds. He hit 135.5 yesterday evening. Also a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. Told me that this has been a long time coming, and it all commences right now. And Joel, those nerves have got to be there. But more than anything for Nateo Aguilar, he's excited to be in there. He wants to be there.
Oh, absolutely. The nerves and the excitement, they go hand in hand. A fighter myself, I'm always told, hey, feel those nerves, man, because the excitement's just going to blend in with those nerves, and you go out and you're going to go and perform, whether you win or lose.
Told me his dad, Jimmy, has been a huge part of his progression over the years. Again, been training for about 9 at this point. It all commences inside that cage right now for Nateo Aguilar. All clear to go on short notice for Chayton Boone. Joel, he said he's excited to show off his improvements as he looks to link some wins following a first-round submission in April.
Yeah, I feel like as a fighter, especially after your first win, you're hungry to improve, right? You're hungry to get back in there. I'm excited to see Chayton's progress from his last fight. He comes from 2 good gyms, Empower and the Pit SLC. I've had a privilege of training with the guys over at Pit before, or over at the Pit, I should say. Comes from another 2 good gyms, so I'm looking to see a banger in this fight.
And Jason, interestingly enough, he accepted the fight on just 11 days' notice. All gas for him.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, this is what the amateur ranks are for, to test yourself. What I always like to see in these matchups is you got a guy that's 1-1 versus a guy making his debut. How does that play out? He's had a chance to get these nerves out. Chayton has. Will Aguilar be a little bit nervous coming in here? Let's see how it plays out.
Absolutely.
First fight at FCS 18 belongs to the bantamweights. Just 1 year separates them with the slight size discrepancy, siding with Aguilar. All clear on the commission scale with a third fight for the Utah local and Nateo making his debut.
Fierce fans, this fight is scheduled for 3 rounds in the amateur bantamweight division. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner. Making his amateur debut, he stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 135 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Syndicate MMA, hailing from Las Vegas, Nevada, Nateo Aguilar. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding an amateur record of 1 win and 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Empower Fitness and the Pit SLC, hailing from Midvale, Utah, Chayton Boone. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge, Dave Selyusted.
Dave Selyusted, busy man this evening. All 11 assignments fall to him. Bout 1, round 1, powered by Bad Bevs, Fierce's official beverage provider. Nateo Aguilar debuts in the black. Chayton Boone sports the white.
Started out kick for kick.
Aguilar looks very confident for a debut fighter.
And heavy on the triggers, Chayton Boone, as he'll connect to the chin.
Boone's eating a couple knees.
Good clinch work from Aguilar.
Fast and active as Aguilar nearly was able to bring that one down to the mat. Sends one down the pipe, a couple more to follow up.
I was going to say, Aguilar's starting to find a home for that right hand down the pipe there, Blake.
Yeah, Chris striking. He's got Boone busted up a little bit on the nose.
Aguilar's got that traditional Muay Thai rhythm in his stance, switching from orthodox to southpaw as well. Starting to get creative with it.
Oh, nice knee to the body.
That clinch work, man, I'm telling you.
Straight into the guillotine attempt is Boone, but Aguilar finds his way to the top. Solid position for the Syndicate fighter. Got some blood leakage as well over on the back of Aguilar. Not sure where the genesis of it is from.
Boone's nose is busting up pretty good.
If I was Boone on bottom, I'd probably avoid trying to keep choking him there with that guillotine, start getting his inside frames, and at least getting a frame inside. Start working his way up.
Poses plenty of movement when matted, but Aguilar heavy on the hips and now begins to ground and pound.
And those are heavy shots right now from Aguilar.
Hey, looking for the leg lock is
I don't know
Boone.
if that's a good idea right in this position.
Thunderous blows, and that'll call it a first-round TKO. Finds Nateo Aguilar with a debut win.
Good fight for both gentlemen.
And completely veiled in blood is Chayton Boone. Nateo Aguilar got to the spot quickly and closes up shop.
Boone was like, let's go. He was getting the crowd all pumped up. I like it from the kid. Win or lose.
I mean, that's a fight to kick off the night right there.
Yeah, super impressed with Aguilar. Striking looked good. Ground game looked good. Very composed for a debut fighter.
Absolutely. He's got a bright future ahead of him.
We talked about it, 19 years of age and a very bright future in a perfect place in Syndicate MMA. You talked about the Muay Thai skill set as well. Looks solid on the feet and immediately to the ground and pound, which we've got right now.
Absolutely. He transitions to mount here, then starts raining down punches on him. Looked like he tried to transition to side control, but then got stuck in that leg transition. But Aguilar sat on top and just kept raining blows down.
Left it all in the cage.
Impressive by him. Hope to see Chayton Boone again sometime soon. He is a firecracker out of the floodgates. Let's go ahead and make it official with hoops.
Fierce fans, referee Dave Selyusted has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute and 58 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by TKO, Nateo Aguilar.
Wonderful, dominant debut win for Nateo Aguilar. Up to featherweight next, William Fitch and James Emmer are on deck. Well, a massive win for Nateo Aguilar to start things off. We move things forward to featherweight. William Fitch and James Emmer are up next.
Let's get the right card here. Our next fight of the evening is brought to you by Cage Punch, the official cleaning solution of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our next two fighters, William Fitch and then James Emmer, to the cage.
Fast start to a young career for William Fitch. Jason, he graduated high school in the spring, made his debut in July already at fight number 3.
And this kid's ready to go. He just sprinted into the cage right past the doctor. He didn't even get to check him out. He's ready to go. I love it.
Joel, just 18 years old, already at his 3rd rep. Starting young in MMA is always a really good idea.
That is such a great idea. You know, especially already having 3 fights, or this being his 3rd fight, you know, I can already tell that William Fitch is all about it.
Yeah, a win by submission in July. He had a split decision loss to a 1-0 Ty Curry in September. Told me that he's full of gratitude for the Grindhouse and all that they put into their fighters. His teammate Garrett Buckaloo competes for the light heavyweight title later on tonight. Another big one that a lot of people are looking forward to.
Yeah, it's definitely one that I had marked on my list as fights to watch tonight, that Jet Swan and Garrett Buckaloo. But yeah, let's see what William Fitch can do with the Grindhouse tonight, for the Grindhouse tonight.
Fitch, 145 on the scale. He is 1-0 at this weight class. He's won 9 of his last 11 jiu-jitsu matches, 3 of them by submission. Well, with all his accolades, it's a warm welcome to the Fierce Cage for James Emmer. Joel, an individual state championship, some All-American honors as well. I'm sure a whole lot to deal with in the Agima room.
Oh, absolutely. James has got some really good wrestling from UVU, his wrestling club back in New Mexico, Beast Wrestling. You know, he's an athlete, all-around athlete. He's really worked on his striking within the last few months, going into the last year. Also one of my main training partners there at Agima, helping me with my wrestling, and vice versa, helping him with his striking. I had a moment to talk with James a little bit about this fight, and you know, he's amped. Fight week, he's like, dude, I feel good. I don't have to cut a whole lot of weight, and you know, he's really looking forward to, you know, staying in the pocket with him, trying to trade a little bit and not rely onto his wrestling too much.
Yeah, from New Mexico, and as a young teenager, he would be brought into Jackson Wink to hone the wrestling of fighters like Michelle Watterson, Holly Holm, Yair Rodriguez. Told me that being a part of that gym gave him the desire to fight himself. Now starts that story tonight in SLC. James Emmer, the fighter out of Agima, alongside William Fitch. Here's some of the numbers on paper presented by R&R Barbecue. Wide margin in age. Fitch is younger but 3 inches taller. 145s for the two as it's debut time for Emmer. And again, Fitch's 3rd fight in a few months. Ready to dish out the particulars, we got hoops.
Fierce fans, this fight is scheduled for 3 rounds in the amateur featherweight division. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, holding an amateur record of 1 win and 1 loss. He stands 5 feet, 11 inches tall, and weighed in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of the Grindhouse, hailing from Billings, Montana, young William Fitch. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Making his amateur debut, he stands 5 feet, 8 inches tall, and weighed in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Agima Jiu-Jitsu and MMA, hailing from Albuquerque, New Mexico, James Emmer. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge, Dave Selyestad.
Top of round 1 brought to you in part by Cage Punch, the official cleaning solution of Fierce FC. William Fitch in that red, white, and blue. James Emmer fashions the black.
And the braids.
Looks great on him. 5 years at UVU wrestling in the Big 12 Conference. Weighty leg kick starts things out for William Fitch.
James quick to the takedown, gets that takedown.
You can see that wrestling. He
Absolutely,
looks
Jason.
strong. He looks very strong.
That top pressure is no joke.
Two-time folk style All-American in high school.
Look at Fitch trying to get to the back of Emmers.
Again, somewhat of a submission specialist, has had a lot of success at jiu-jitsu competitions.
I mean, he's doing a good job of avoiding damage. Now he's looking to lock on a Kimura grip there.
Yep.
And he's got it.
Emmers spent the past 7 months dialing in his kickboxing and jiu-jitsu alongside Dana Ristazabo and Court McGee, looking over for a little bit of guidance from the UFC welterweight right now.
Nice transition to mount there from James. See what he can do with it here. Start creating some damage.
Emmer heavy on top. Fitch fights his way but stays in the same spot.
This will be a hard spot for Fitch to get up from when you got a guy like Emmers laying on top of you in full mount. And just driving the hips down.
Yeah, if I was Fitch on bottom, I'd start getting my frames in against his hips and start trying to kip out of there, bridge and shrimp, and start kipping. Create some sort of scramble there.
Right now, he's just trying to avoid some damage.
Absolutely.
Doing a good job so far.
Oh, totally, absolutely. Nice reversal. Escape, good.
Emmer stays on top despite those attempts by Fitch to get out of this position.
Fitch is slick from the bottom. He's trying for submissions. He's grabbing arms, grabbing legs. The Emmer's just too much so far.
50 ticks to go, round one.
Buggy choke.
A little bit
Looking
of
for the
trickery
buggy. Yeah,
from the
looking for the
Montana
buggy.
fighter.
Fans are calling for elbows.
Looking
Throw the
for
elbows
that
in the amateurs.
that buggy choke there, Jay.
He is looking for it. Might want to abandon that though.
Nice wrist ride there from Emmers.
Great control from Emmers.
Some peppered shots as well to close out the first frame. Control time sides with the Agima fighter. Solid round one by James Emmer.
Yeah, that wrestling pedigree showed from Emmers. Dominant control. Not a lot of damage, but definitely lot of control.
Yep, not a lot of damage, but good control there. Fitch was doing a really good job of staying away from the damage and, picked his moments to try to start a scramble there, which was really good. It kind of paid off for him there for a minute. And, if I was Fitch going into that second round, I'd really start moving my feet to avoid that takedown again.
Yeah. And Jason, we've seen a lot of this lately at Fierce Fighting Championship shows, and specifically the Pete Suazo Utah Athletic Commission. They're looking for activity. They're looking for movement. So though James Emmer very dominant in control time, William Fitch is the guy who's active on bottom trying to create opportunities. I'm not saying he took the round by any means. I'm just saying that is what they're looking for oftentimes.
Correct. And I think James was doing the right things by adding in some punches and adding in those damage with that control. Had he just laid there, might have been a different story. In my opinion, I feel like Emmers with the control, adding in the shots, he was looking for submissions. He was looking to advance positions, and that's what the judges are looking for.
Top of round two brought to you by Cage Punch. 3 fresh minutes for these featherweights to work.
Nice right hand there from Fitch.
Emmer mentioned he would expect some stand-up from William Fitch, considering the 3-inch height advantage he holds.
Man, I got a nice little uppercut by Fitch.
Nice little switch cross uppercut there.
And Emmers hit him with a nice little overhand there. Might have stunned him a little bit.
A wobbly foundation leads to Emmer back in a familiar spot.
Oh,
now searches for that head and arm.
Yep, that head and arm triangle there with that wrestler top pressure.
Ooh,
Could be a problem.
I mean, props to 18-year-old kid, and he's fighting phenomenally tonight, even though he's losing the fight at the moment. I'm very impressed with what he's able to do so far.
Third fight in the back half of 2025.
Emmer's looking into locking a choke from the back here. I mean, just the control from Emmers right now is dominant.
And Joel, I'll mention this too. Calm, cool, composed, obviously in
Yep.
a room with a lot of other fighters.
Absolutely. And plus, I mean, I was talking with Emmers earlier this week. I was like, how are you feeling? Are you nervous for your debut? He's honestly, no, because, like, obviously he's got a really good wrestling pedigree, college wrestling matches, all that, you know, and he's been in the room with all these fighters going through fight camps, and he's just like, I feel ready for this moment. Like, I'm making my debut. It's just another match to me.
Said his coach, Court McGee, is really the guy who instilled confidence in him to take this leap tonight. So far, so good, with about 1:15 remaining in round number 2.
Nice little Granby there from Fitch.
Fitch isn't doing bad. He's just fighting a guy that's just technically better than him right now.
For sure. He's doing the right things. I wouldn't say he's out of the fight just yet, though, Jason. I mean, he's still trying to work from bottom. He's still trying to create scrambles. It's just that top pressure.
Top pressure.
And how frustrating is that when you just cannot reverse the position, right?
Oh,
it's
very
frustrating. And at some point, this pressure, you just feel that fatigue. It's like you're drowning.
Oh, yeah. It's one of those feelings that not a whole lot of people get to experience, but when you experience it, you're like, holy cow, man.
Yeah, it's hard to explain unless you've been there.
Nice little shots from Emmers there.
Yeah, impressed with the way Emmers is able to, he's landing shots. He's trying to advance the fight. He's trying to finish the fight. Impressive from him as well.
Fitch been locked down through 2 rounds. Looks like he will likely need a finish as we head into the third and final. And Joel, in your eyes, where is maybe the place that he could pull off some sort of a finish? Is it in the stand-up? Do you think he does have that deep of a grappling bag and a jiu-jitsu submission game?
You know, I feel like Fitch does have that jiu-jitsu in his bag for sure. Hard when you're going up against a really good wrestler. Has also been really improving in his jiu-jitsu as well, right? But I'd probably give the edge to Fitch on the stand-up for sure. He's landed some good combinations on Emmers. If I was Fitch, I'd definitely, like I mentioned earlier, start moving more, start establishing my jab more, and then set up bigger combinations off of that jab while I'm moving, trying to keep my opponent guessing, right?
Debut for James Emmer. Gas tank seems to be in perfect condition right now, Jason. No deep breathing from him in the corner or anything like that.
When you're pretty much dominating the fight, it's a little bit easier than when you're getting dominated. No, he looks really good tonight. Really impressed. And like Joel said, you can see he's trying to work on his strike, and he's trying to stand a little bit, but you know, if I'm him, I'm going right back to my bread and butter. I'm not standing with this kid.
Oh, absolutely. Emmers finds that double leg again, has him up against the fence.
Fitch started the round swinging, which gave the window to Emmer to enter in once again. 2.5 minutes to work for the Agima fighter.
Nice creative strikes there from Fitch on bottom with those heel strikes.
And he just drives that shoulder in, driving his head against, look at that, just smashing his head and neck against the cage. Great pressure.
Looks very uncomfortable for sure.
And look at Fitch fighting to get up.
Fighting his way to get up.
You got a guy that's competed at the college level in wrestling. That's a tough task to follow.
Absolutely. Fitch doing his best to start getting up, and I believe the referee just gave him a warning that they're going to stand him up if he's not being active on top.
And he's done a good job doing that the first 2 rounds. Maybe taking a little bit of a breather here in the third.
Sure.
Emmer climbs his way up.
Fitch looking for a Kimura grip there on that left arm.
Hear a grunt from Fitch as well. Trying to find any opportunity against this dominant wrestler who was unknown about 7.5 minutes ago, but right now seems like a problem for everybody.
He's making it known.
He's making it known that he is now in the MMA community here in Utah.
And Fitch gets back to his feet. This is where you want it, and the kid's coming forward.
Now Fitch is coming forward.
Nice
looking
little
to,
uppercut. Sorry, Joel, to interrupt.
Oh, you're okay.
Upstairs for Emmer, that one lands.
Like to see some body kicks from Fitch maybe. Setting up from those punches he's throwing.
And he's connecting. Emmer doesn't like those punches.
I think he may have caught Emmers too.
Oh, yeah.
Fitch finds a home a few times, 45 seconds before we move over to the scorecards.
Emmer said, I'll stand and bang with you. I'll show everybody that I can strike too in my debut.
Absolutely.
A nice knee to the stomach from Fitch. Nice knees with the Muay Thai clinch.
And with the head kick. He's got Emmers backing up now.
Oh, nice 1-2.
Emmers is looking to close that distance, get that takedown again.
Give us another round.
Give us another round.
Emmer looks to go back to a familiar spot. William Fitch might have stolen that round with the way he was striking.
Very impressive. He could have stole that round. I could see this going 29-28, but very impressed with that 18-year-old kid. That was impressive.
Yeah, that was very impressive.
That kid's going to be a problem. Both of these guys are going to be a problem.
Coming off of that split decision loss for William Fitch. We'll see what the judges say, but really impressed by those final strikes. It seemed as though James Emmer was looking for an opportunity to start grappling again because he didn't want to stand with the guy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You could tell as he was getting backed up. Emmers was still trying to trade with him, but obviously trying to find where he's more comfortable, trying to get that fight back to where he's comfortable on that side. And, Fitch did a really good job keeping him at distance at that point. Just a little bit too late in the fight, I feel like.
Solid effort by the Grindhouse in Montana, Will Grundhauser. And again, that man, William Fitch. Hopefully we see him a little bit more populating on these fierce cards. On the other side, James Emmer. Jason, we talked about it for a little bit, but he seems like a whole lot of fun and poses some problems for amateur featherweights all around.
Yeah, he's going to cause a problem just with that wrestling background. And you see him, as Joel said, he's working on his striking. He utilized it a little bit. We saw him try to stand and bang in that third round. A bright future for both of these kids.
We see Dana Ristazabal over in the background of that frame. Wildly enough, had their second child, him and his wife Amy giving birth to their second child on the freeway yesterday. Dane was on the line with 911, and according to Amy, stayed calm, composed as Amy was giving birth literally on the freeway, Jason.
I mean, just look at him right now. He's just calm, cool, and
always
collected.
has been.
Always has been. I don't think I've ever seen him smile.
Dane is one of the nicest guys, and super happy for him as well as Amy, who I know is at home watching, one of the most loyal Fierce Fighting Championship viewers. Always here typically, but obviously at home, or potentially still in the hospital. I'm not sure exactly, but all that being said, looks like scorecards are in. We'll send it and make it official with hoops.
Fierce fans, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score this contest 29-28, 30-27, and 29-28, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, James Emmer.
Big time win for James Emmer. More prelim coverage coming your way next.
Come on, check this out. Check this out.
Hey Fierce fans, Kimball Davis here with Prime Lab.
Jay's Tire Pros proudly serves the Bountiful community, a family-owned local business for nearly 30 years. Still serving Davis County with pride, Jay's Tire Pros has been your neighborhood experts in tires, wheels, auto repair, and brake service for almost 3 decades.
Hey Fierce fans, Kimball Davis here with Prime Labs. We are now the official lab testing partner for all of Fierce Fighting Championships fighters. We provide a combat trio for all fighters across the Wasatch Front, as well as if you want to get in the best shape like one of your favorite fighters, we provide many comprehensive blood panels. All you have to do is click on the link or text 385-645-7400.
Whether you're a fighter or just someone that wants to take charge of their own care and looking to address a lack of sleep, fat gain, or even muscle growth, Prime Labs has different panels for all financial situations. So please shoot us a text at 385-645-7400, scan the QR code, or please go to the website and come check us out.
Scan the QR code on your screen for access to Fierce FC's digital program. Get the inside scoop on every fighter making the walk tonight, as well as additional information on future shows. So James Emmer comes away with the victory, excited to see what he does next. But for now, we'll tee it up for Manny Cazares and Alec Rodriguez.
Fierce fans, our next fight of the evening is brought to you by JC Pro Design, the official printing partner of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our next 2 fighters, Alec Rodriguez and then Manny Cazares, to the cage.
All right, another away game for Syndicate's Alec Rodriguez. Joel, the debut was similar to his dance partners tonight. Got caught early, didn't get to see much of a sample size, but right back to it a few months following the loss.
That's the only way to do it, is get back on the horse right away, especially after taking a loss. You know, feel your feels, get back to work, improve, and here he is.
Alec Rodriguez told me that he'll look to be first this time around. Wasn't first in that 34-second knockout loss in August. That all being said, 217 pounds at heavyweight last time out, a much leaner 204.5. He said that was another big takeaway. He just needs to go down and weight.
Yeah, he's clearly doing the right things. He's getting in the gym, getting his nutrition right, getting his training right. That's what it takes when you're going to want to compete at this high of a level.
Again, Alec Rodriguez out of Syndicate MMA, already a good night for them with Mateo Aguilar coming away with that first round victory earlier on. Said he didn't have a whole lot of takeaways from Manny's last fight because it was over 2 years ago. Told me he expects a new and improved version of him as he looks to go 1-1 on the record. 0-1 right now. Similar situation for his opponent, Manny Cazares, who is about to make the walk. But Alec Rodriguez, a fast start to his amateur career. Again, his debut was in August, his second fight before we bow out of 2025. And a lot of that too, Joel, how important is it to just stay active early on?
It's very important, especially after making your debut, you know, because I feel like every single fight camp I go through, and I'm sure it's the same for all these other fighters tonight, it's like you learn so much about yourself and where to improve in, you know. So being active is definitely key.
Long time no see. Happy to have back Manny Cazares en route. Jason, he didn't have a lot of time to showcase his skills over 2 years ago. Locked and loaded for this return.
No, and Manny looks in phenomenal shape. Speaking of somebody that keeps their nutrition dialed in, Manny clearly does. He looks phenomenal.
Joel, he was slated to face Caden Bentley in October, but Bentley dropped out just moments before weigh-ins. His first fight was in Price, Utah. This one, back in his backyard, trains just about 20 minutes away in Sandy, Utah.
Yeah, he trains over at Elite Performance there with Jeremy Horn. Another huge, credible gym here in Utah. I'm excited to see what Manny comes in to do tonight.
He was submitted by Jake Jarman. He has vastly improved his wrestling and submission prowess. He's won 4 jiu-jitsu matches since we last saw him inside the Fierce cage, now a jiu-jitsu blue belt as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's been polishing up his skills, sharpening up those tools, and we'll see. We got 2 0-1 guys stepping in the cage. Somebody's going to be 0-2 and somebody's going to be 1-1. I guess you could have a 1-1.
Yeah, I guess
could
you're
have
right.
a draw.
Yeah,
you
you're
could.
right.
You could.
You're right.
All right, let's look at the intangibles. Rodriguez, the younger man by 9 years. He is 6 feet tall. Both made weight last night with a half-pound division on the scale as a first win sits in the balance. Inside to trigger the action is Jackson.
Fierce fans, this fight is scheduled for 3 rounds in the amateur light heavyweight division. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, holding an amateur record of 0 wins and 1 loss. He stands 6 feet tall and weighed in at 204 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Syndicate MMA, hailing from Las Vegas, Nevada, Alec Rodriguez. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, also holding an amateur record of 0 wins and 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 204 pounds. Fighting out of Jeremy Horn's Elite Performance MMA, hailing from Salt Lake City, Utah, Manny Cazares. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Dave Selyusted.
First 3 minutes of this one brought to you by JC Pro Design, the official printing partner of Fierce FC. Alec Rodriguez in the camo, Manny Cazares throws in black.
Rodriguez trying to establish that range with his jab. Finds that low leg kick.
Went straight to the center, but Cazares, the man to close distance. Looks for that knee pick. Might not be there up against the cage is Rodriguez.
Nice right hand over the top there from Rodriguez. Ooh, heavy right hand, just shy of the chin.
Sniping leg kick lands for Rodriguez. Cazares answers back with a lead left hook.
Ooh, nice takedown there.
Very nice takedown
from Cazares.
He talked about how much he's honed his grappling, showing it right now. Jake Jarman was the guy who did so much damage on the ground back in July of 2023.
Yeah, he's right into a half guard situation now, and the passes right into full mount.
Look how calm he is, too.
Yeah, very calm.
Dave Selyusted refereeing the foot placement of Rodriguez. Dominant position for the Sandy, Utah fighter, and Manny Cazares. He now looks to stay on the back. Rodriguez, smart move by him.
And Rodriguez may end up on top.
Nice wrestle up there from Cazares. Trying to get back up to his feet. Looks for the arm pick and gets on top.
Beautiful. Looks like Manny's going to try to isolate an arm here.
So big on establishing his position, Jason, wanting to find that mount once again where he looked really good about a minute ago.
Yeah, impressive. Look at he's isolating that arm, getting the elbow above the shoulder.
Jason, I'm very impressed with your jiu-jitsu knowledge.
You know,
man.
I've been working. I'll have to show you sometime.
Yeah, we'll see. Looking to pass his half guard, peppering him up with some shots.
Joel, if you're Alec, what do you want to be doing right now to get out of this spot?
If I'm Alec, I'm trying to frame against that left arm and then trying to hip bump as much as possible. Try to create some sort of movement to get underneath him. You know, if you can get underneath your opponent, take less damage, start working your way up. But short time. He's doing a really good job defending those punches, though, for sure, with those frames.
Potent pressure by Manny Cazares to open up his return to MMA. And again, been in camp for a long time, was supposed to fight 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, and you can see what he's been working on. He's got the takedown. He's looking for transitions. He's looking for submissions. Competitive fight in the first round.
Over alongside Jeremy Horn, the Utah legend. So many people love Jeremy Horn. He is one of the most intense, and like Andrew Boquette would say, our friend, best corners in the entire state, the way that he gets these fighters riled up. So far, Manny Cazares looking solid.
Yeah, he looking really good so far.
Alec Rodriguez, again, only 34 seconds of a sample size in his debut a few months ago. Says he wants to just forget about that completely and move forward with this one. Spent a lot of time on bottom, but also looked good in the stand-up and also was able to reverse some positions.
Yeah, I was going to say, in the stand-up, he looked good. He was moving well. He was staying out of range, threw some nice shots, threw a nice leg kick.
Yeah, I'd like to see him go back to those low calf kicks there. Try to slow Cazares down a little bit.
Cracking
Nice.
shot by Rodriguez.
Good combinations there. Nice takedown there from Cazares.
Looks like we got some more lights in the cage.
Right back to the game plan for Manny Cazares. Rodriguez nods over to his coaches. Can hear them well inside the Masonic Temple.
Heavy body shots there.
Yeah, he's starting to let his hands go a little bit, is Rodriguez. The right knee is free. I think Manny heard that. I guess he just grabbed his right knee.
Nice get up there from Rodriguez, working his way back up.
And he could back up in top position. Same thing we saw in the first round. Now he needs to capitalize on this. And you can already see Manny's looking for a sweep from the bottom. He's already thinking about it. I don't know if he wants to be in close guard from here.
Now Rodriguez has got to posture up and start raining some shots down. Start causing some damage here.
Yeah, Manny doesn't want to be here. If I'm Rodriguez, I'm standing up.
Absolutely.
Cazares welcomes the guard play.
And he's looking for a sweep. You can see him looking for legs, tying up the legs. Are you proud of me, Joel?
I'm very proud of you,
Making
Jason.
connections with the feet. Putting that blue belt to use.
My man.
Rodriguez invests to the breadbasket of Cazares. Cazares
Good
came
up.
back with a couple of up kicks.
Yep, nice up kicks there from Cazares.
Great patience from Rodriguez to get to that half guard position.
Absolutely.
Two light heavyweights have settled in the center. Sub 1 minute to go, right underneath that Jay's Tire Pros logo. Great partners at Fierce Fighting Championship. Dave Sellistead giving a quick warning as well.
Shout out to Justin at JC Pro Design.
Tale of two rounds right now in terms of control time, fellas.
Yeah, I mean we're seeing Rodriguez with the being dominant in the top position.
I like that Rodriguez is being very patient with finding his shots on top. He'll land in those shots, throw some pressure on, then start opening up again with some punches.
Yes,
very smart.
Rodriguez landing the heavier shots as well in this second round.
So very fair to say, 1-1 headed into round number 3. And Joel, not a lot of damage distributed on either side when you look at the profiles.
Definitely not a whole lot of damage distributed, but it's definitely, I would say, definitely 1-1 for sure, just based off the control time. And I feel with Rodriguez's combinations that he came out with in the beginning of that second round, it definitely gave him the edge, along with staying on top, being proactive, landing some shots, even though it wasn't causing a whole lot of damage, but he's still showing that he's the aggressor, still winning, right? So definitely 1-1 in my book.
I'd have to agree, 1-1 going into his third round.
Manny Cazares, solid first round for him after a long time away from the cage. And absolutely shredded. That guy's shoulders, I mean, my goodness.
We know Manny's game plan wants to get it to the ground and get on top and work for a submission. I think Rodriguez, same thing, but I think Rodriguez is looking for more punches, maybe a TKO finish.
Round 3 presented by JC Pro Design, the official printing partner of Fierce FC.
Nice teep kick, followed up with that right hook.
Dave Selyusted strict on making sure we avoid any eye pokes, minding the P's and Q's in terms of extended limbs and fingers this evening. Already heard him a couple times give some warnings to that.
Definitely don't want an experience like the Tom Aspinall fight, Blake.
No, please no. Rodriguez, I'd like to see him invest in that leg kicks again. Manny didn't like that.
Nice defense there, and followed up with some punches there from Rodriguez.
Yeah, made him pay for it.
Some big swings by the two light heavyweights. Not a whole lot of grappling posed, different than what we've seen through the first 6 minutes.
Maybe a little fatigue setting in. Rodriguez is seeing those shots come. Nice overhand by Manny.
Takes a lot of energy expenditure to get that takedown initiated, Jason, and right now, another big swing by Cazares.
And those muscles take a lot of oxygen out of Manny. You can see him breathing pretty heavy here.
Nice low kick. I'd like to see Rodriguez start setting that up with some punches.
Rodriguez is seeing these shots now from a mile away.
Good knee to the body there.
I mean, this is anybody's fight with less than a minute and a half left.
I feel like whoever gets the takedown and stays on top will definitely pull out the W here. Nice body work there from Rodriguez.
I mean, I'd have to give a slight edge to Rodriguez in this third round. Doing more damage. A nice knee to the body again.
Lands a couple more of those. Could earn a finish.
So much force by Cazares, but a lot of those bruising blows to the body in favor of Rodriguez. Going to be very interesting to see how the scorecards populate if we get 35 seconds past this round.
Great
Nice.
takedown defense. Sorry, Joel, to interrupt you again.
Oh, no, you're okay. You took the words right out of my mouth, Jason.
Dave Selyusted has seen enough. A separation, and the final 23 seconds will commence in the center.
Oh, good right hand.
Cracking shot by Rodriguez, the cleanest one of the bout thus far.
And that could have solidified this round from him. Now Manny fires one back.
Yep. Good,
Competitive.
Good fight from both these guys.
Very competitive fight.
Both of these light heavyweights looking for their first ever victories. 0-1 for Manny Cazares. It was by submission in July of 2023. And for that man, Alec Rodriguez, it was a few months ago with just 34 seconds in order to compete. He had a whole lot on his mind coming into this one and proved a lot of doubters likely wrong.
Yeah, he looked really good. You could tell he executed his game plan. He was paying attention to his corners, doing everything they said. I feel like a slight edge to Cazares there.
That clean shot at the end of the round, though, Joel, I mean, that might sway things just a little bit.
I apologize. Rodriguez. Slight edge to Rodriguez in that, yeah.
To be honest, Blake, as they were trying to find their shots, in my head I was like, I can see this happening. And right after I thought that, boom, it happened. So I was like, oh, all right. But, yeah, I want to say Rodriguez did enough to pull the win from this one. But, you know, I'm not a judge. Judging is hard, especially for fights like this.
Very hard.
But, hey, hats off to both these gentlemen. They put on a good fight and went the distance. And I feel like they performed for everybody here in the Masonic Temple. So
I'm hearing we've got that final strike that Alec Rodriguez landed at the end of the round that you guys think might have swayed things.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, looks like we might not have gotten it.
Rewind.
Joel, you got it.
Right here. Oh.
Yeah, it was a little bit before that.
A little bit before, but hey.
Almost, guys. Almost.
Almost. It's all right.
All right, scorecards are printed inside. Let's make it official with hoops.
Fierce fans, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29-28, declaring the winner by unanimous decision. Alec Rodriguez.
Is Mateo Romero Giovanni Carrillo, a big one, is up next.
Your brand, on the move, wherever life takes you, seen in the rush of adrenaline, in the freedom of the ride, in the heights of adventure, and the thrill of new perspectives. No limits, no borders, just your brand reaching new heights. Wherever the journey takes you, your business deserves to be seen. JC Pro Design. Wherever you go, make it visible.
So back-to-back decision wins. James Emmer, Alec Rodriguez get their hands raised. We move down to flyweight. Giovanni Carrillo out of Vernal, Utah. Mateo Romero returns after a year-plus away.
Of the evening is brought to you by ESPN 792.1 FM, Utah's #1 sports talk, and official sponsor of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our next two fighters, Mateo Romero and then Giovanni Carrillo, to the cage.
Well, he was one half of one of the best rounds last year. Now back for more is Mateo Romero. Joel, such a high ceiling out of this guy after he bloodied and battered Utah's top amateur flyweight, Dante Morales, last time we saw him.
Absolutely, and you know, Mateo, with that only being his first fight, I know he's hungry for more. He comes out of Tooele Martial Arts, another credible gym out here in Utah, and I know this kid's a dog, and I'm sure we're going to see that dog tonight.
I mean, we certainly saw it last year when he faced the now amateur flyweight champion.
Yeah, he was a scrapper. He was in that fight. This is going to be a very fun fight. You know I wouldn't do it justice without giving a shout-out to Brandon in Tennessee, Tooele Martial Arts Academy alum back there. I know you're watching, brother. He got a little shiner last week training with the Tooele guys. He came out here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he got a little shiner. I think Derek Jorgensen gave him a little shiner.
Mateo Romero training since he was a young kid and wrestled all 4 years in high school as well. He closed distance, Joel, inside of 9 seconds alongside Dante Morales last year. His fight was full of strikes and sweeps, reversals as well. He'll await Giovanni Carrillo. Back-to-back fierce events for Giovanni Carrillo. Jason, he showed his grit on short notice in October. Now a chance to be back in the winner's circle for his 4th fight of 2025.
You called it. He left it all in the cage in that last fight. Came out on the losing end of it, but, man, for a short notice fight, he left it all in the cage.
Yeah, and he was right back in the gym a few days following the Rivera loss. It was immediately looking for a fight. His 3rd now in 62 days, similar to his guy Jet Swain, who competes for a title later on tonight. It averages out to a fight every 20 days.
I mean, you got to love it. You got to love it. This is, like once I said it earlier, this is what the amateur ranks are for. Seeing these guys get in there, dust it off, sharpen the tools, get back in the cage.
Really showed his distinct durability alongside Rivera when he absorbed a lot of heat. And again, Joel wanted to be right back in there.
That's the way it's got to be, man. Stay active, win or lose, get back to the drawing board.
All right, to the tail of the tape we go. 11-year age gap on this one. The height advantage slightly leans Carrillo. No issues with weight for the flyweights. 1-1-1 to the Vernal talent. Romero tries for his first victory. Back inside to set the stage is Hoops.
This fight is scheduled for 3 rounds in the amateur flyweight division. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, holding an amateur record of 0 wins and 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 2 inches tall and weighed in at 126 pounds. Fighting out of Tooele Martial Arts Academy, hailing from Hemet, California, Mateo Romero. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding an amateur record of 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 3 inches tall and weighed in at 125 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Brute Force Fight Team, hailing from Vernal, Utah, Giovanni El Leon Carrillo. When the fight begins, the referee in charge, Dave Selyusted.
4th fight of the night, presented by ESPN 700, 92.1, Utah's #1 sports talk station and home to University of Utah Athletics. Mateo Romero, fitted in the white. Giovanni Carrillo rocks the red and black.
This will be a fun one.
Fastest start for the flyweights as usual. Mateo Romero closes distance. Carrillo tries to stay upright.
Nice takedown there.
Peels him off the cage, and a rapid pace by the Tooele fighter to start things off.
And right in his corner as well.
Keith Asbury, Andrew Ariano, the Tooele Martial Arts Academy crew. So much success this year at Fierce Fighting Championship. Romero trying to get his first amateur victory. And Jason, if we learned anything from that October bout for Giovanni Carrillo, he can take damage and keep coming forward.
I was just getting ready to say, we've seen him in this position before, and he's gotten up. He fights through it. This kid's never out of the fight, but right now Romero's all over him. I think the difference is in October, he was able to get up from some of these positions. Right now, Romero's not letting him up.
That wrestling base for Romero is definitely paying off. Nice ground and pound from Romero in the side control.
Violent.
Traps that arm, is going to work.
A high-level grappler. Carrillo stays active on bottom, but Mateo Romero, it has been all him through 1 minute and 45 seconds.
Carrillo still being patient, though.
And a smile as well.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, he's being patient, smiling, trying to figure out what to do here.
It's almost a replay of his October fight, but once again, he was able to get up from these positions right now. Romero is just making a statement.
Big windups by Mateo Romero. Welcome back to the Fierce Cage. And what a way to come back. This Tooele crowd really hyping him up.
And this kid is like a tornado right now.
And so fast, too, Jason. I mean, the way that he gets those strikes to the body of Carrillo is pretty impressive.
And just muscling Carrillo over.
I'd like to see how Romero's cardio holds up going into the second round, though.
My guess is he's going to be able to hold up.
It's a good point, though. That is the round in which Dante Morales really started to pull away.
Exactly.
He was kind of the favorite going into that fight, and Romero posed this type of pace, and that was when Dante Morales came away with the victory. But for right now, a solid start for Mateo Romero with his first fight since September of last year.
Yeah, flexing in the camera. and for Carrillo, we've seen him here before. He's fought through some adversity. He's a tough kid. He's not going to be out of the fight.
Romero's looking calm, cool, and collected, though, in his corner. He's listening to his coaches. He's taking his big, deep breaths to calm his nerves down. I think I'm going to be eating my words here, Jason. I think he's going to come out in the second round and do the same exact thing and keep that pressure on him.
And likely lessons learned, right? Like that is the big thing that you would take away from it. But for Giovanni Carrillo, even in the waning moments, he was smiling on bottom.
For sure. Absolutely.
A flyweight who absolutely loves to scrap. We've been seeing so much of him recently, and we get another 3 minutes right now presented by ESPN 700, 92.1 FM.
And he comes guns ablaze, and he says, I'm ready. Let's go.
Up on the feet as well as Romero's got some hands to show off.
Good takedown there from Romero, and back going to his ground and pound.
Carrillo needs to do whatever he can to try to get up in this position.
He's got to use that fence. Got to use that fence to utilize his get-ups here.
And Carrillo's throwing. Carrillo says, I'm not out of this fight, fellas.
Romero so tight, so fast. Mats the Vernal fighter once again.
Nice combinations from Romero into his fit-ins. His timing is on point tonight.
What an impressive showing by Mateo Romero as he now moves over to mount beautifully.
Nice little shoulder strikes there from Romero.
Still active on bottom is Carrillo, but it has been all Mateo Romero as we reach the halfway point of round number 2.
And I know some of the fans at home, it may seem like you're not seeing a lot. You're not seeing elbows. This is an amateur fight, which makes it a little harder for these guys to advance position because they need to be careful. You know, if Romero gives Carrillo an inch, he's out.
And the amateurs, when you're on top, smother and ground and pound.
You can hear Keith saying, line up the shoulder. Use the shoulder. Gio's a dog. He's never out of a fight. He's just a dog.
I mean, I'm very curious to see when we see him once again on the schedule because similar fight to how he faced Ruben Rivera a few weeks ago and wanted to be right back in there, obviously competing tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he's just getting overwhelmed at the moment right now.
More of the same from Mateo Romero. It also poses the question, Jason, how good is Dante Morales able to TKO this guy back in the day?
Yeah, very impressive is Dante Morales.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see Dante Morales progress in his MMA career as well.
Yeah, likewise.
He'll be back December 12th, live here at the Masonic Temple. Not only him, but the guy to our right and left, Joel Haro, the man in the middle.
Oh, me? Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Him.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
you do know you're fighting, right?
Absolutely.
He looks slim enough for it, no doubt about it.
He does.
Third and final round is upon us. Giovanni Carrillo has his work cut out for him, Joel.
Absolutely. I think this round he's got to come out. He's got to be smart with his footwork and find his shots. He's got to look for a finish this round. He's definitely down 0-2 on the scorecards. But he's completely there. You can tell he's listening to his coaches. Now it's just a matter of putting things together to negate that wrestling from Romero.
And if you're TMAA, what are you saying to your guy? Ride this out?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. You're doing exactly what the game plan is doing. I can tell you're having fun there. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep that pressure on him. You can tell Romero's not even tired. He's ready to keep putting that pace on him, and I think that's exactly what we're going to see again coming into this last round.
3 more minutes to decide this one. We've had back-to-back decisions. We'll see if we get a trio of them early on here in our prelim coverage. Manuel, Marrero, Aspen Kobayashi are up next, but swinging for the fences are the two flyweights.
There it is. He's in on that double, takes him down right in front of us.
Beautiful takedown.
Carrillo's
Gio's like, man, get this kid off of me.
Yeah.
Carrillo just wants to stand and bang.
3 for 3 on him and has not allowed much movement following the dumps. Mateo Romero, so good.
Carrillo's got to get to his right hip and start using that wall to start standing up and start creating some space there. But Romero's top pressure is just so dominating.
A couple of shoulder strikes as well there, Joel.
I got to start utilizing that shoulder strike. Comes in handy.
You don't really need it when you're knocking people out.
True. I guess you're right, yeah.
You just keep it in the bag of tricks for later on.
Exactly. Very smart of Romero to bring him back to his own corner here.
He's been there the whole fight.
Yeah. Carrillo looking for a reversal here. Pulls guard. Let's see if he can go to work here with his jiu-jitsu.
Tough to pull off when you have such a strong wrestler on top of you, also with all the mileage you've put on this fight already. And now Mateo Romero wants to TKO this one.
He's looking for the finish now. He's really unloading on those punches. And there's a stop.
More of the same from Mateo Romero. Plants him into the canvas for a round 3 TKO.
Good fight, good game plan.
Great game plan. Great ground and pound. Mateo was in there to finish the fight tonight.
How special is this guy?
Yeah, very special. Very special. We will see him fighting for a title soon again.
1-1 the record. A few more wins away, but this guy seems like he could fast track it.
Absolutely, absolutely. This fight, he looked really impressive.
And the Tooele crowd cheering. They always bring a crowd with them.
They always do. They're always behind their fighters.
What a win for Mateo Romero. Was steady and strong throughout the entirety of the bout, and we see the final touches of his sophomore slate.
Good ground and pound here for Romero. Notices the will is leaving his opponent and just starts going to town.
He had a few of those throughout the entirety of the bout as well.
I feel like the aggression for his finish there was a lot higher than throughout the fight.
All right, let's make him 1-1 with hoops.
Fierce fans, referee Dave Selyaset has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute and 53 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by TKO, Mateo Romero!
Salt Lake City, I hope you're ready. We're about ready to put on the biggest, yes, I said the biggest professional wrestling show in the history of Utah professional wrestling, baby. Saturday, December 13th, live from the Masonic Temple here in downtown Salt Lake. And if you're gonna put on a big show, you gotta get some big players, baby. Let me introduce you to this man right here, the official sponsor of Devotion Championship Wrestling, Ryan from Kush Cube.
How we doing, guys? You know Kush Cube. We're born and raised right here in Utah. Anything big that's ever happened in our city, we jump on board. This will be the biggest, the best wrestling ever to come to Salt Lake City, Utah. Front row is already sold out. Second row is going fast. Jump on, grab your tickets now before you miss out. Let's go!
Go, baby. You know, we talk about big players. We got my good brothers, the best friends, the machine gun Carl Anderson, the big LG Doc Gallows, the innovator of violence, the hardcore legend, the maniac himself, Tommy Dreamer in the main event. You don't want to miss this. Get your tickets now, baby. Fight the sour. Get the power. Ah!
You never know. I might even jump in the ring and take someone out.
Mateo Romero cannot wait for his future. Manuel Marrero as well as Aspen Kobayashi are next and really flying under the radar as a potential fight of the night contender. We'll bring them out with Jackson.
Fierce fans, our next fight of the evening is brought to you by Bear Claw Orthographics, the official mouth guard of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our next two fighters, Manuel Marrero and Aspen Kobayashi, to the cage.
All right, a strong start to his career. Here is Manuel Marrero, Joel. His striking is solid. His grappling might be even better with coming off a debut win via rear naked choke.
Absolutely, Manuel is on point. I've had the privilege of training with him a few months ago, and this kid's an athlete. He's hungry. He's young. He comes from the Pit SLC with Julian Ruiz and Talon Carvalho and Ramsey Nijam. Looking for fireworks in this fight here. I know he's ready. Can't wait to see it.
Jason, hungry indeed. His kickboxing debut was in March of this year. His MMA debut in May. The May fight, he had a submission win over David Moctezuma in round number 1. His grappling is really, really solid. 4 recorded takedowns during his short window in the debut. Also a beautiful striker.
Yeah, another potential fight of the night. Both of these guys, athletes, young, hungry, and wanting to get the win tonight.
Joel, sharp instincts as well. His offense is full of feints. Reminds me a lot of a fellow featherweight in Chris Ventura.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like they both have similar styles, and I know definitely in the future they'll probably end up crossing paths.
All right, bounce back time for Aspen Kobayashi. Jason, he got caught early in August, but it has only increased his output in the training room for Fight 2 of 2025.
Yeah, this kid's, he's shown all the tools. He can wrestle, he can bang. He's an athlete, young, hungry. This is going to be a great scrap, potential fight of the night.
Yeah, Joel, he was eager to get back in there following the fast loss at the Maverick Center. He tried to spar just days after the event, absolutely johnny to get back inside the room and into competition.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he comes from another high-level gym of One Hit MMA where they have a bunch of fighters staying active, including Zach Partridge. And, I know their room is full of killers just like the Pits. And, I'm with Jason on this one. This is going to be most likely fight of the night here.
And Jason, interestingly, down 10 pounds at featherweight for tonight. His previous 2 were at 155. It looks good on him.
Yeah, I noticed he looks really good. He looks trim tonight. And he's a big kid for featherweight, too. I thought he looked good at the 155.
He told me it was a heavy cut to 145. He has recomped his body to hit that number and really get on track following that Brock Adams loss. Aspen Kobayashi, a guy who course-corrected so well in his debut in December of last year as well. 2 featherweights for this one. Kobayashi is the wiser at 26 years of age. He's also 6 feet tall. Cleared by the commission, sub 146. Marrero is 1-0. A 500 record is on the other side for Aspen. Mike is hot for this one. We've got Hoops in the center.
Fierce fans, this fight is scheduled for 3 rounds in the amateur featherweight division. Introducing the first fighter fighting out of the blue corner, holding an undefeated amateur record of 1 win and 0 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at 144 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of the Pit SLC, hailing from Maracay, Venezuela, Manuel Pepe Marrero. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding an amateur record of 1 win and 1 loss. He stands 6 feet tall and weighed in at 145 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of One Hit MMA, hailing from Layton, Utah, Aspen Kobayashi. When the fight begins, the referee in charge, Dave Selyastad.
fifth of 6 on our prelim coverage. Bear Claw Orthographics, the official mouthguard provider of Fierce FC, brings you this bout. Manuel Marrero in those patterned shorts. Aspen Kobayashi rocks the black.
Kobayashi is huge for featherweight.
Kobayashi coming right at him, right out of the gate after the hand touch. Nice check hook there, lands from.
Massive uppercut from Aspen Kobayashi. How about a first round finish? Unbelievable.
Violent.
That was very violent.
Oh, he's still hurt. Somebody needs to help him.
An uppercut from hell for Aspen Kobayashi. Give him a featherweight victory.
I mean, featherweight for this kid. This kid is going to be a problem at featherweight.
I think featherweight's the weight class for Kobayashi.
Wow. I mean,
that was very impressive.
Wow. I'm speechless right now. It's impressive.
An uppercut from hell for Aspen Kobayashi. Manuel followed it up. He pushed him off. He said Dave Selyusted called this thing off, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Whew. Venomous blow for Aspen Kobayashi, and he is fired up for his second amateur victory. Completely speechless right now, fellas. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, that violent finish by Kobayashi.
Very violent, very quick. I would really love to see that replay.
Get this kid fight again. Let's see him back in the cage quick.
All right, Dave Selyusted will go ahead and corral the 2, and we will make this one official. A fast first-round finish finds Aspen Kobayashi in the winner's circle.
Fierce fans, referee Dave Selyusted has called a stop to this contest at 27 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by TKO, Aspen Kobayashi.
Of the year contender, Cameron Cartier, Nakai August are next.
Jay's Tire Pros proudly serves the Bountiful community. A family-owned local business for nearly 30 years. Still serving Davis County with pride, Jay's Tire Pros has been your neighborhood experts in tires, wheels, auto repair, and brake service for almost 3 decades. At Jay's, customer service always comes first. Our expert team helps you find the perfect tires for your car, truck, or SUV and gets you back on the road fast. We also handle everything under the hood. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, shocks, struts, and transmission services, all at competitive prices. Whether you drive foreign or domestic, you can count on Jay's Tire Pros for honest work, reliable service, and the best care in Davis County. Jay's Tire Pros, proudly serving our community for nearly 30 years and keeping Davis County moving safely and smoothly.
Here at Rocky Mountain Power, we're dedicated to delivering the safe, reliable power you count on. We're proud of our industry-leading reliability, but we're always pushing to do better. That's why we're out working every day to ensure that everything is operating smoothly and ready for all seasons, from winter weather to summer heat and everything in between. It's all part of honoring our commitment to you and delivering the power you need. See how we make it happen at rockymountainpower.net/reliability.
Scan the QR code on your screen for access to Fierce FC's digital program. Get the inside scoop on every fighter making a walk tonight, as well as additional information on future shows. Cameron Cartier, Nakai August are up next. We'll bring them out with hoops.
Fierce fans, our final fight of the preliminary card is brought to you by Underground Farm, the official wellness supplements of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our next two fighters, Cameron Cartier and then Nakaya August, to the cage.
All right, a new domain in MMA to tackle tonight for Cameron Cartier. Jason, it might say debut on your screen, but concluded her Muay Thai start in July with a pinpointed high kick.
Yeah, this will be an interesting fight because we know Nakaya likes to stand and bang as well. So really, really interested to see how this plays out tonight.
Yeah, she started with striking in Muay Thai and now makes the move to MMA similar to Nakaya. She was at a Steelfish show, and in one of the earlier matchups, two women were competing when she thought, I bet I could put on a show. That looks like a whole lot of fun. And again, looked really solid in July, now makes the move over. That transition is certainly vast, Joel.
Oh, absolutely. And I feel like this fight against Nakaya is the perfect fight for both women in this fight for sure. They both like to stand and bang. Both fighters are very technical in their striking. I'm excited to see what Cameron comes out with tonight.
Cameron, well read on Nakaya, told me she knows where she needs to take this fight in order to have success. And after a dominant debut in July, Nakaya August has proved her high ceiling to many. Tonight, stakes heighten as she hopes her striking stays hot.
Fierce fans, make some noise for Nakaya August.
Massive crack by Nakaya, now rolling downhill.
Nakaya really pouring it on here, going body head.
Now Nakaya August, debut successful. What a win for the prize fighter.
Nakaya August, a.k.a. Kiwi.
All intensity out of One Hit MMA's Nakaya August. Joel, it was a clean connection late in round one that led to the debut win. Her striking separates her from so many newcomers to the sport.
Oh, absolutely. I've had the privilege of training Nakaya when she first moved up here to the Salt Lake Valley, and it's amazing to see her progress from where she was to where she is now. You know, she's fought in a few kickboxing fights. Her MMA debut, her second MMA fight tonight. She hits hard, Blake. She hits really hard, and I'm excited to see what else she's been working on once she moved to One Hit, and I'm excited. That's all I can say is I'm really excited for her.
What have you made of her development over the years? Because you were with her for a long time.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we came in. She told me I want to fight. Okay, great. I held mitts for her for the first time, and like we basically just worked on the technique of things, you know, and working on the technique of things, you also develop the power and the precision of your striking, and I feel like that's where Nakaya really shines, is in her striking.
She certainly shined in July with that debut victory.
Yeah, she looked good. The striking was crisp, got the TKO finish. We'll see if she can follow it up tonight with another one.
Training for about 7 years at this point, and is always all smiles. Joel, she smiles when she gets hit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's always smiling. She loves violence. So when she gets hit, she's going to give you that smile, and she's going to come forward.
Fun one at 125. Cartier is older at 26, taller by 3 inches, and lighter last night by 1.5 pounds. Nakaya tries to stay perfect as Cameron commences her amateur career right now.
Fierce fans, this fight is scheduled for 3 rounds in the amateur flyweight division. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, making her amateur debut. She stands 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighed in at 123.5 pounds. Fighting out of Bernalis Institute of Martial Arts, hailing from Tampa, Florida, the Devil's Foot, Cameron Cartier. introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding an undefeated amateur record of 1 win and 0 losses. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall and weighed in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of One Hit MMA, hailing from Layton, Utah, by way of Price, Utah, Nakaya August, a.k.a. Kiwi. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge, Dave Selyusted.
Flyweights in this final prelim matchup made possible by Underground Farm, the official wellness supplement of Fierce FC. Cameron Cartier in the black, Nakaya August counters in that kiwi green. Couple of quick kicks start things off for Cameron Cartier as she'll drop Nakaya. Long and lanky with those kicks right now, all to the breadbasket for Cameron Cartier, and they're landing, Jason.
Yeah, and Nakaya just hit her with a couple shots coming in as well. Those kicks are coming from every angle.
Yeah, Cartier's doing really good with those push kicks.
Down once again, Cartier closes distance. Immediately tries to go for that grappling.
And she's on the neck.
She's got that almost that guillotine locked up there.
Kiwi doing a good job fighting the hands. It's her head's free.
Cartier been doing jiu-jitsu for 3 years, striking for 1. Looks like a whole lot more with the success she's already had about 50 seconds in.
Cartier's coming in with those kicks, those push kicks to those high kicks. I feel like Kiwi's got to find a way to get inside and make this fight ugly.
Yeah, she's going to have to get inside because right now Cartier's, those kicks are just, they're keeping the distance. She's landing. Kind of frustrating Kiwi at the moment.
Oh, absolutely. You can kind of tell in her demeanor here. But she's not out of this fight for sure. She's doing a good job trying to reverse position here.
And utilizing that 3-inch height advantage as well. Nakaya profusely apologizes for holding the cage.
Cartier doing a really good job of hitting the body with those kicks, trying to slow Kiwi down, and so far, that's what's happening. Nice right hand lands from Kiwi there.
That one connects, moves back Cartier for just a moment. But still aiming so high and so well for the fighter out of Salt Lake City. Throws them like jabs, Jason.
Yeah, she does. She's using it. She's, like I said, she's keeping that distance. She's doing a phenomenal job at that, and has Kiwi confused at the moment. Seems confused at the moment.
It's hard when someone's spamming those push kicks, those high kicks, even though they're not with fully power, but they're annoying and they disrupt your rhythm.
And as she's coming in, she's hitting her with the low kicks, and then there she goes up high.
Setting up those high kicks with those low kicks.
And there's Kiwi with the shots, and like Joel said, she hits hard.
Kiwi's starting to find success with those punches.
And there it is.
Some wind in her sail for Nakaya August. 23 seconds remain in the first frame.
Kiwi's starting to find her range here, getting inside of those push kicks.
Yeah, she is.
Again, final matchup of the prelim showing out right now in this featured prelim. These two flyweights look incredible, Jason.
Yeah, what a fast-paced fight they were going. They're both taking deep breaths at the end of that round.
Lots of offensive output. Cameron Cartier, her kicks.
When you have the nickname the Devil's Foot, you know the kicks are coming. They're coming.
Now we know, Jason.
Now we know. Both Joel and I looked at each other, the Devil's Foot. Well, now we know why they call her the Devil's Foot.
Now we know why.
She's throwing him from hell.
On the other side, Nakaya August really started to piece it together later on in the round.
Oh, absolutely. You could tell those push kicks were kind of throwing Kiwi off a little bit. Once Kiwi got inside and clipped her a couple times, then she finally started to find her rhythm, getting to the inside, landing those heavy shots, and then also started trading kicks of her own.
And when you're met with a storm of offense like that, it can be very off-putting.
It's very off-putting. It throws off your rhythm. It's hard for you to find your rhythm back when you're getting spammed with those kicks and your rhythm's getting thrown off. But this has been a good fight so far, and I feel like both ladies are starting to adjust to each other's style.
Top of round 2 of a possible 3. Dave Selystedt, the lone man inside that cage to referee this evening.
Nice body kick by Cartier.
Nice check hook there. And those push kicks.
Those targets to the midsection are really adding up. Now a cut right above that left eyebrow of Nakia August.
I don't know where that came from. Maybe a headbutt?
I think they clashed heads there in the clinch. That's a pretty deep cut there.
Difficult one to deal with. Nakia certainly feels it.
Right above the eyebrow.
Oh, nice body kick by Cartier. I think that cut's bothering Kiwi. Yeah, I think that was a headbutt.
Ooh, nice head kick there from Cartier.
That left side of Nakia August completely veiled in blood right now.
It seems, oh, there she goes.
Nice heavy shots there from Kiwi, coming back.
Bites down on one and gets the entire Masonic Temple venting their appreciation.
Cartier doing a good job of she's going to the body, going low.
She's trying to set up that head kick
kick's
again.
coming, it's coming.
Nice axe kick there.
Cartier closes distance, now successful with that takedown attempt. Targets the back of the Leighton fighter.
Kiwi's going to have to
start peeling those hands.
Yeah, she's got to fight the hands. Good job. Great job of fighting the hands. Kiwi may end up on top here if she can get that leg free. Great job by Cartier recognizing that.
August trained jiu-jitsu on and off, been really focusing on it as of recent at One Hit MMA. Cartier continues to pepper in shots.
Looking for an opportunity to snatch that rear naked choke there, Blake. Trying to go to the chair sit position, cause some damage more to that cut.
Armbar maybe? Like up against the fence, it might be a little hard.
Straight into mount, final seconds, round 2. Cartier has been dominant throughout.
Kiwi doing her best to try to fight from the bottom. Will we see a round 3, guys? I think the doctor might be coming in and taking a look at that cut.
That's a deep cut.
But we got Mace, the cut man, over here going to work right away.
The best cut man in the game.
Shout out to Mace. He just finished his kickboxing fight by stoppage.
By stoppage, knee, right?
By a knee to the face. The opponent went down, almost hit him with that soccer kick.
All right, over here we see that cut right above that left eyebrow of Nakia August. Unsure of what's being said in that corner, obviously, but Mace Sellers trying to stop the bleeding right now.
Doesn't look too bad. But the placement on that cut, on that eyebrow, that blood's going right into that eye, as you can tell when it happened.
Yeah. I didn't see a punch or a kick.
Not sure exactly where it was.
They're calling
spotted.
It's over.
But Dave Selystedt waves the hands. That is it. Cameron Cartier, a surgical performance, as it'll get stopped by the doctors and likely be called a TKO. All smiles out of Bernali's Institute of Martial Arts. Cameron Cartier, unbelievable by her.
What a performance from her. She came in spamming those kicks right away, set up those high kicks, and then started using the hands later.
And then got it to the ground and finished the fight.
Yeah.
Well, essentially finished the fight.
Essentially finished the fight. What a performance from her. I'm excited to see what she can do more coming back into the Fierce cage.
I'm hearing from our guys over at Pat's Media that we might have the collision. I'm not exactly sure, but let's take a look.
Right there.
Yep,
that was it.
That was
you can see it. You could see the blood. Yep. Great job. Pat's Media, let's go.
Thank you, Pat's Media.
Our man Jordan Buscarini in the back on the ones and twos, making sure our production is as solid and smooth as possible. Nakaya August, she will move to 1-1, but plenty of potential out of her. Cameron Cartier about to get her debut victory.
Fierce fans, referee Dave Celia said has called a stop to this contest at the end of the second round, declaring the winner by TKO due to a retired on the stool, Cameron Cartier.
All right, a win notch for Cameron Cartier. Congratulations to her. Titles and pros are all that's left when you come back.
Hi, I'm Jason Laporte, Fierce Fighting Championship commentator and general sales manager at Performance Honda in Bountiful. We are the fastest growing Honda dealership in the state, and we have one of the largest certified pre-owned inventories in the state of Utah. Our service department has master technicians with over 100 years experience collectively.
Bienvenidos a Performance Honda Bountiful, donde los atendemos en español y les ponemos una sonrisa todos los días.
Visit us at 2215 South 500 West or performancehondabountiful.com.
Hey Fierce fans, Kimball Davis here with Prime Labs. We are now the official lab testing partner for all of Fierce Fighting Championships fighters. We provide a combat trio for all fighters across the Wasatch Front, as well as if you want to get in the best shape like one of your favorite fighters, we provide many comprehensive blood panels. All you have to do is click on the link or text 385-645-7400.
Whether you're a fighter or just someone that wants to take charge of their own care and looking to address a lack of sleep, fat gain, or even muscle growth, Prime Labs has different panels for all financial situations. So please shoot us a text at 385-645-7400, scan the QR code, or please go to the website and come check us out.
First of 3 title fights on the main card. Hannah Silva, Kiani Benali. Benali, a newer face to the Fierce crowd, but been around unbeaten in Utah. Hannah Silva, on the other side, headed into her 13th amateur fight.
I mean, and I think it's important to state that Kiani, her only loss was on a short notice title fight for Tough Enough in Vegas. And I mean, fight within a week, short notice, you know? So it's not like her loss came under a full camp and she just wasn't it was a tall task at which she shot her shot and you know, I love that in fighters. So Kiani getting the title fight, and then Hannah, you know, she's been working for a long time to get back to a Fierce title, this time at 125 instead of 115. She thinks she's found a really good home at 125. She felt good against Chloe Becker at 125. So I think that's her new home. I could just see an absolute grappling chess match with these two. And I think while both are tough, you know, and have no problem being on the feet, you know, by nature, they're both grapplers. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see who can win the positional battles and potentially a dominant position for some ground and pound or find a sub.
We leapfrog up to light heavyweight. Jet Swain, Garrett Buckaloo. Buckaloo 3-0. Jet Swain, again, made his debut from the day of fight day, 67 days ago, Zach, that he made his debut, already competing for the top title in the state of Utah.
Well, I mean, this fight came about because both of them are 85 titles, 85ers, right? But naturally, but that 85 title's up for grabs December 12th, in a really big fight that we'll be announcing soon that I'm very excited about. And Jet is just so down. It's just like, find me anybody, 185, 195, 205, heavyweight. I don't care. Let's just go. Well, nobody was saying yes. That's not true. Jimmy Prescott said yes, sustained an injury, unfortunately, before the fight was even announced. He's just barely getting back around the gym, not even going live yet. But he said yes, but he wasn't healthy. But nobody else was raising their hand to fight Jet. Garrett's camp said, hey, we'll do it, but we do want a belt on the line. We just happen to have a vacant 205 title. So we just added this title fight just what, a couple weeks ago. So I'm excited for it. Both of them 3-0, you know, 2 undefeated prospects, and 2-0 usually doesn't happen. But one of the most consistent exceptions of when it does happen is when nobody's willing to say yes. And I mean, there's guys that hummed and hawed and said maybe, but no, nobody was really eager to fight Jet. So I'm very interested to see what this fight looks like. I think Garrett is by far the toughest opponent the Jets faced. No disrespect to his last two. It's a big jump up in competition, but to be fair, I think Jet's a big jump up in competition for Garrett as well. Everything that a title fight should be. We're going to see who the better man is. And then I'm going to be really interested to see if the other one tries to go to challenge down at 185 in the future or looks to defend the 205 title. Very interesting. But two absolute studs that, the fun futures at Fierce for sure.
I'm super curious of this really quickly. You always talk about how much activity matters. Jet Swain seems to personify that completely.
I think those reps help. I mean, it's a little bit like wrestling season for him, right? Where you're going to meets and you're wrestling, and he's just fighting all the time. And he's going to take some time and go train. He's going to Thailand and going to train after this, after Thanksgiving, and expects to add some more tools. And I love when you get a kid that like him that has the tools that he has and that wrestled in college and but also has the attitude that he has. It's yes to anybody. He didn't care. And then when they said like, well, let him fight for a title then. Like if nobody else say yes, like let him fight for a title then. And when you ask to fight for a title, you don't get to pick and choose matchups. For a belt, it's for a belt. So, but that's just how confident he is and his team is in him, which it speaks volume. But that activity matters. Him and Gio both are on the same from their camp, right? September at Brute Force, October with Fierce, November with Fierce. I mean, 3 fights in 3 months, 3 different calendar months. That's a tall task. I mean, I thought 4 fights this year. I thought I was going through it. Those two are. Yeah, so they're on a different clip right now. So, and I think it matters. Garrett's been active as well, though. So I think we're in for a treat. That's for sure.
22-day average separation between them. As for Buckaloo, 100% finish rate. Same can be said about his dance partner. All right, heavyweight title, Drake Anderton, Barris Callender, the 3-0 prospect out of Boise, Idaho. As for Drake Anderton, 5-1 and looked really good to take home the title in July.
Yeah, and I mean, and Barris, who's moved down to Arizona now, he's from Boise, but he lives in Arizona now, and it's fine. I mean, he is a massive heavyweight. I mean, he's a real heavyweight, and that's another thing we're looking at with Drake. I mean, he was able to get the finish against Chris Falau, who is every bit of a heavyweight, right? Cutting to 265. Barris is a big boy too. Remember, Drake competed for our 205 title, so there's I really like him at heavyweight. I think he possesses a grappling skill set that's a big problem for most heavyweights. And I said, if I was him, rather than worried about going back to 205, I'd potentially look at staying at heavyweight and there's not a lot of grappling heavyweights, and that's just the reality. So I like that for him. Barris, like I said, big, strong, athletic, power puncher, more of your prototypical type. Heavyweight, right? So 3-0, hasn't tasted defeat. Drake, his only loss has come against the number 1 amateur at the time in the country, basically. So, I mean, I think just Clash of the Titans, 2 massive guys, and I expect finishes, right? And I think at heavyweight, I think we're going to definitely get one in that matchup.
Hal Mitchell, on 11 days' notice, steps in to face off alongside Dakota Groth, a teammate of Giovanni Carrillo and Jet Swain.
Yeah, I mean, Hal Mitchell taking a short notice fight. What I love about Hal is he's a fighter's fighter. And, unfortunately, Dakota's original opponent got hurt training, had to pull out. And as you're looking, there's some options at this weight class, around here. But, Hal's the only one that said yes. And he's not really worried, wasn't really worried about anything other than, making sure he can make weight and representing himself well, being respectful, show up on time, make weight, all that stuff. So, I mean, I really tip off my hat to Hal. I mean, he has fought from 145 up to 180, now 175. I mean, he's all over the place, easy to work with. Not asking for too much, just loves to get in there and fight. And I love guys that want to just get in there and fight. And make no mistake about it, he did lose that his last pro fight in Price against Jason Ergel. But man, the entire building held their breath when he landed that overhand right. So Hal's going to come, and he's going to come to take your head off. And Dakota, we saw him again in Vernal as well, and he had a pretty dominant performance in his return to the cage. I'm very interested, but I mean, Hal's going to be quite a bit bigger than Dakota. Dakota walks around 175, I believe. So I mean, it's gonna be interesting. I think it's a really fun matchup, and it's almost like one of those fights where you didn't know you wanted to see it, and then it was there, and you're like, pretty fun. Could be pretty. I think it's gonna be really fun. So excited to see Dakota. Excited to see Hal. Honestly, two of my favorite people I've had to work with this year, and they're gonna face off.
All right, a rebooking from last month. Leon Taylor, Teague Vigil, first fight for Taylor in 6 years. As for Vigil, he has won 2 in a row. And like we've talked about over the course of the past few months, he seems to really be picking up momentum right now.
So everybody, I love Teague. We talked a lot about him, his return, the run that he's on, things like that. I just want to clear the air on this. So Leon Taylor came October 2nd, 2 weigh-ins on weight. He looked awful. Figured he probably cut weight wrong. That was just my assumption. Made weight, did the face off, was trying to, I think had every intention of fighting the next day at that point still. And the pain kept getting worse and worse. They just assumed it was from a bad weight cut. Come to find out, he cuts less than 5 pounds to make 145. He had kidney stones. And if anybody's never had kidney stones, I'm going to defend Leon on this, because anybody that feels like he just kind of took the easy way, kind of chickened out, whatever, I don't really care. I've had kidney stones. You can't fight with kidney stones. He was in the hospital. We had the paperwork from the hospital. He was in the hospital. And to deal with kidney stones, you have to be on painkillers. You can't fight on painkillers. So Leon was very eager to rebook the fight. And, he's going to show up and fight. And we've addressed the kidney stones, and I'm excited. That would have been a great addition to the October 3rd card. But the way it's played out, I'm really excited that this is our main event Friday night. So Teague is Teague, and he's going to be Teague. He has one gear. He goes 100 miles an hour. He puts the pressure on you. He's in your face, and he's there to hurt you. Like, there's no and ifs or buts. But Leon's focused, and he's ready to go. So I think this is one of those fights that I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't believe either of the main or co-main event gets out of the first round. I think we're going to see first round finishes in both of them. So if you're a fan of fights and you like to see some finishes, you like to see some violence, you need to come check out these 3 amateur title fights and 2 pro fights on the main card, because I see at least 4 finishes if we don't go 5 for 5 on that main card. I think it's going to be a ton of fun.
Still serving Davis County with pride, Jay's Tire Pros has been your neighborhood experts in tires, wheels, auto repair, and brake service for almost 3 decades. At Jay's, customer service always comes first. Our expert team helps you find the perfect tires for your car, truck, or SUV and gets you back on the road fast. We also handle everything under the hood: oil changes, brakes, alignments, shocks, struts, and transmission services, all at competitive prices. Whether you drive foreign or domestic, you can count on Jay's Tire Pros for honest work, reliable service, and the best care in Davis County. Jay's Tire Pros, proudly serving our community for nearly 30 years and keeping Davis County moving safely and smoothly.
I'm on a 50 and perky, baby, what we finna do? Talking, I'm in love, baby, don't make a fuss.
Salt Lake City, I hope you're ready. We're about ready to put on the biggest, yes, I said the biggest professional wrestling show in the history of Utah professional wrestling, baby. Saturday, December 13th, live from the Masonic Temple here in downtown Salt Lake. And if you're going to put on a big show, you got to get some big players, baby. Let me introduce you to this man right here, the official sponsor of Devotion Championship Wrestling, Ryan from Kush Cube.
How we doing, guys? You know Kush Cube. We're born and raised right here in Utah. Anything big that's ever happened in our city, we jump on board. This will be the biggest, the best wrestling ever to come to Salt Lake City, Utah. Front row is already sold out. Second row is going fast. Jump on, grab your tickets now before you miss out. Let's go!
Go, baby. You know, we talk about big players. We got my good brothers, the best friends, the machine gun Carl Anderson, the big LG Doc Gallows, the innovator of violence, the hardcore legend, the maniac himself, Tommy Dreamer in the main event. You don't want to miss this. Get your tickets now, baby. Bite the sour. Get the power. Ah!
You never know. I might even jump in the ring and take someone out.
A fantastic fighter out of St. George.
Yeah, fantastic fighter, and she's deadly everywhere. Doesn't matter. She'll slap a submission on from the bottom. Doesn't matter where she's at.
Trying to get under the chin, she does! Hannah Silva mounts the comeback!
Never out of the fight. Never out of the fight is Hannah Silva.
High stakes for all 5 main card matchups. This is Fierce Challenger Series 18, presented by R&R Barbecue. 3 titles tonight fall. The first of 3 titles tonight fall to the flyweights. Fierce FC's newest name, Kiani Benali, battles it out alongside the 12-fight veteran, Hannah Silva.
Fierce fans, welcome to the main card. Everybody tuning into the pay-per-view and everybody here in Salt Lake City, Utah, put your hands together and make some noise! Our first title fight of the evening is brought to you by Prime Labs, the official lab partner of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our first 2 title fighters, Hannah Silva and then Kiana Benali, to the cage.
A fantastic fighter out of St. George.
Yeah, fantastic fighter, and she's deadly everywhere. Doesn't matter. She'll slap a submission on from the bottom. Doesn't matter where she's at.
Trying to get under the chin, she does! Hannah Silva mounts the comeback!
Never out of the fight. Never out of the fight is Hannah Silva.
Long road to return to a title setting for the former amateur strawweight champion, Hannah Silva. Jason, she has eyed another title since she bowed out of her fight versus Kelly McKay 2.5 years ago. Now won 2 out of her last 3 and another belt in the balance.
She may be all smiles when she's walking in the cage, but when she gets in there, she'll snatch your arm from just about anywhere. Submission specialist is Hannah Silva. Excited to see her back.
7 victories, 4 of them by submission. Has more fights than any amateur female in Utah this decade, Joel.
Dude, Hannah's been very active in the last recent years, and she's an animal when she gets in. She locks in, and then, like Jason said, she's going to snatch your arm. She reminds me of Ronda Rousey in a way.
Her debut was in October of 2020, just past the 5-year milestone for that. The number 3 pound-for-pound female fighter in the state of Utah, and 2-1 at flyweight throughout her career. She said she feels best at this weight class.
Yeah, it seems like this will be a good weight class for her. We're going to find out tonight with the strap on the line.
3 straight wins behind a fierce backdrop. Likely the place that she feels most at home. It's where the majority of her wins have come, Joel.
Absolutely. She's comfortable in the Fierce cage. She loves fighting for Fierce, and she's trying to get that strap again, Blake.
86% finish rate in her career, 57 of them served by submission, competing as an independent for nearly 3 years now, 6-5 in that time, and the first ever Fierce FC female champion. Now a chance to be Utah's first ever 2-time amateur champion. All right, a new name to the Fierce fans for a title. Here is Kiani Benali. Joel, a jiu-jitsu ace who hasn't had a loss when competing in her home state, looks to keep it that way with the stakes heightened for some hardware.
Absolutely. Kiani's ready for this moment. She's been training very hard in the training room. She comes in and she's game. Every practice, every fight, she shows up and she's always locked in.
Jason, she had a sensational suplex last month at a local tournament, went 2-1 on the day, a deep bag of attacks and entries.
Yeah, this is going to be a really good fight. If you're into jiu-jitsu, buckle up for this one. This one's going to be a great scrap.
Interestingly enough for Kiani Benali, the first time facing someone with a recorded loss, only unbeaten foes up to this point. She debuted against Heidi Brown, who was 1-0. Ebony Knight made her debut alongside Kiani. Jess Rubio was 3-0. She took that fight on short notice in Vegas, but always been up for the biggest and baddest.
Always been up for the challenge. That's what I really like about Kiani is that she's fighting someone that's a veteran that has a lot of experience. She's like, that's okay. I'm here to perform. I'm here to do what I'm supposed to do and do what I have to do to get that strap.
11 jiu-jitsu competition wins, 8 of them by submission. Also perfect in the submission department when we look at her MMA record. First of 3 titles tonight, courtesy of R&R Barbecue. Silva is 3 years senior and holds the leg up in height. A minimal contrast on the plate. Benali holds a 2-1 record as she steps up alongside Hannah, who throws for the 13th time. All ready to go? Let's get you primed with hoops.
Fierce fans, when this fight begins, the referee in charge will be Dave Selyusted. This fight is scheduled for 5 rounds for the Fierce Fighting Championship Amateur Flyweight title. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, holding an amateur record of 7 wins and 5 losses. She stands 5 feet 3 inches tall and weighed in at 124 pounds. Fighting out of St. George MMA, hailing from St. George, Utah, Hannah the Hyena Silva. And introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding an amateur record of 2 wins and 1 loss. She stands 5 feet 1 inch tall and weighed in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of Agima Jiu-Jitsu and MMA, hailing from Salt Lake City, Utah, Kiani Benali.
All right, ladies, we've been over the rules in the locker room already. Just going to go over those big ones again. Stay off the back of the head, neck, and spine. Keep your fingers out of the cage. Still an amateur fight, so the only thing that strikes the head is either a punch or a kick. Got it? Yes, sir. Punch them up. Let's have a good fight.
First of 3 with a belt on the other side, supported by Prime Labs, the official lab partner of Fierce FC. Hannah Silva in pink, Kiani Benali counters in black. Light heavyweight strap, Jet Swain, Garrett Buckaloo, and the amateur heavyweight title between Barris Callender and Drake Anderton are around the bend. Top of round 1 for the amateur flyweight championship up for grabs.
Right away, Hannah Silva's coming in with those strikes.
Some accuracy on the feet by Benali early on, Joel.
Nice spinning attack from
Wonder
Kiani
where she got
there.
that from, Joel.
You know, I have no idea, unfortunately, Jason.
Fast out of the floodgates, too, was Hannah Silva, Jason.
Yeah, nice kicks from Hannah so far and beyond.
Nice head kick
Benelli
from
just
Kiani,
threw
though.
one right back. Nice combinations from Benelli as well.
Benali clinches up. Couple of nice knees for the Agima fighter. It was forecasted that this one would be a grappler's delight. So many submission wins for both parties in this one. Haven't seen the mat yet, but likely to see it sometime through the next minute and 55 seconds.
Curious to see who's going to land the first takedown in this fight.
Silva with that tight body lock. Benali trying to rip it off.
Doing really good creating that space between Benali and Silva there. Nice strikes there. Nice knee to the body there from Hannah Silva. Nice China wall there that Kiani's got against Hannah.
Strong balance pose, but Silva scores the first takedown of the bout. Benali immediately wanted to reverse the position, but we are right over in that corner of St. George MMA, Brody College, and Morgan College for Hannah Silva.
Nice scramble there.
Yeah, great use of the cage by Benali.
Back up to the feet, the two screenshot in the center.
Nice left hook, right hand from Benali.
Strong combination for Benali.
Benali looks really good on the feet tonight.
Now Benali looking to get a takedown here in the last few seconds of round number 1. Nice knee to the belly.
We see some blood populating from the St. George fighter, and Hannah Silva lands the first takedown, but Kiani Benali looks good in the stand-up.
Yeah, we thought this was going to be a jiu-jitsu fight, and it's been all stand-up in the first round except for about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
When it went to the ground there, so.
I would agree. I told you guys their styles are going to clash.
Yeah.
You know, and then so far, this has been a good start to a good fight here.
You could tell Benali has heavy hands. Her striking looks really good. She's already got a cut over Hannah Silva's nose, the bridge of her nose.
And Joel, what were some of the things Hannah did well in that first frame?
Hannah did really well, just coming out right out of the gate, hitting her with that jab, hitting her with that cross to that left kick, staying busy with the hands to the kicks. I would like to see that again from Hannah to try to break Kiani's rhythm on the feet. But both ladies are doing really good in the stand-up department and the grappling department. They're showing that they're both very well-rounded here.
Same question, but for Benali.
Yeah, I thought
Jason.
Benali looked good. She threw some heavy shots. She landed some nice combinations. I felt she landed the heavier shots in that first round. Outside of that takedown from Silva, and not much from her. Benali, in my opinion, won the first round. And when we've seen Hannah Silva here before, the stand-up, she'll throw some shots to take it to the ground, but she wants an arm or a neck.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, nothing.
I was just going to say that Hannah's not afraid to scrap, though, either. I mean,
No.
look at her.
Complete phone booth fight early on, round 2. Benali paws out. Same can be said about Silva.
Yeah, Benali getting the better of that exchange. And once again, Hannah will throw those shots to get to this position to look for a takedown.
Silva's last win, July.
Nice takedown there from Hannah Silva.
Of this year over Chloe Becker. Benali continues to utilize that cage, Jason.
Yeah, great usage of the cage from Benali. I mean, a fighter that she's 3 fights deep now? This is her 4th fight?
This is her third.
Third fight, and she's using the cage like that.
Her 4th, my apologies.
Very, very impressive. This is where we usually see Hannah Silva shine once the fight goes to the mat. Usually isolating the arm.
Buckles onto the back.
Straight to the body triangle.
Solid spot for Hannah Silva. This is where she does so much damage.
Hannah looking for a choke, possibly here. Looking for a short choke. Benali doing a really good job at fighting the hands off her neck there, though.
How hard is it to get that choke in with those gloves on, Joel?
It can be difficult. Be very difficult for sure.
Benali turns inside.
Looks like Hannah might have a choke locked up right now.
She's just across the face, which does not feel good either.
More ground and pound. And more shots from the back control of Hannah Silva.
Hard body shots from Hannah Silva here.
Switching the grips back and forth, another submission attempt right over the face of Benali. Certainly not comfortable, Jason.
No, does not feel good. And there's the smother to try to free up that chin.
Benali battles the digits well. 20 seconds to go, round 2.
Good usage of the muffler there.
Round 2 goes to Silva.
Round 2 definitely goes to Silva. She was very dominant in that round.
And I think we kind of see the game plans kind of playing out here. Benali definitely winning on the feet once it goes to the ground. So far, Silva's got the slight edge there, 1-1 going to round 3.
Over in the corner of Kiani Benali, Court McGee, Dana Aristizabal. Joel, what do you think she needs to do to get back in the driver's seat like she did in round 1?
She's definitely got a, from a stand-up perspective, I feel like she's winning the exchanges in the stand-up. Maybe not try to rush in as much, because that's where Hannah is getting into those clinch positions to then get her up against the fence, reverse position, and then start taking her down, right?
Yep.
So, I'd like to see Kiani start moving, utilizing her strikes, not overcommitting, so that happens. But I mean, the game plan with Hannah Silva, it's playing off. It's starting to play off, right? So.
How underrated is Hannah Silva's back-taking ability?
It's very underrated.
She does it very often.
She finds it in every fight. She finds the back in some sort, or back or an arm. She's always looking for it. And I think that throws a lot of fighters that she fights, it throws them off. They come forward. Benali's coming forward. She's landing hard shots. And Hannah Silva's right there in your face. She gets a body lock and takedown. She's pushing her right up against the cage. And like Joel said, Benali needs to take her time, stay back, land some shots.
Maybe throw some kicks as well. Hey, good body shot there, though.
Like, she's winning these exchanges on the feet, in my opinion. But this is where, right there, she lets her get that body lock, and then
lunging strike for Benali gets Silva right back where she's had a lot of success.
Kiani on top now.
Now things get interesting.
Benali been competing in jiu-jitsu dating back to 2021.
She's got to watch that left arm.
Yep, Hannah looking for a triangle attempt here. It looks like she's got it locked up.
And
Looking for the arm lock.
There's the arm.
And she gets free.
Solid reaction by Benali, but Silva continues to search for submissions. Again, a championship bout. We are in round number 3. There is still the potential for 2 more following this.
This is where the judging gets a little hard, because you see the person on top, but the person on bottom throwing the strikes, landing some damage. If Hannah wants to win this round, she's going to have to throw some strikes from this position or try to pass the guard.
We'll see if the referee decides to stand him up here soon.
Yeah, neither. Yep, there we go.
There it is.
Not enough action for Dave Selyusted. 50 seconds remain, round 3.
Nice head kick there from Benali, just barely misses.
More combinations clear. Kiani Benali, underrated striking, but a beautiful shot to the midsection for Silva.
And the best combinations from Silva in the fight so far.
Some bludgeoning blows upstairs, but Benali has something to say about it as well. Final seconds, round 3.
Kiani going for that Uchi.
Right in the mount.
Yeah, Hannah does a good job at shutting that down.
We got a competitive championship bout, fellas.
That's going to be an interesting round to score there.
And we got 2 more rounds.
4 rounds. Let's go.
All right, we head over to the corner of Hannah Silva. trying to capture a second amateur title. No fighter in Utah MMA history has ever been able to do that. What she got to do in order to do so?
I think she's going to have to go right back to what she's doing, get the fight to the ground and look for submissions. That's the key to victory for her, as we've seen the last 3 rounds. She can get the fight to the ground. She can get on top. She's going to win the fight.
I would agree with you, Jason. Hannah's got to get the fight back to the ground. Kiani's got to keep it up on the feet. I feel like she's having more success on the feet than on the ground, although Kiani is doing a good job, especially up against the fence, getting out of those bad positions and creating scrambles, right? So I feel like this round is definitely going to see, we're definitely going to see who's in the better shape and whose game plan is going to be more effective.
So uncharted territory for Kiani Benali. She has never been in championship rounds. Hannah Silva has once, alongside Kelly McKay when she was TKO'd, to lose her strawweight title back in 2023 in round number 4. Right back into swinging for these two. Still a lot of pop on both of their shots.
Both of us, yeah.
Hannah's jabs is definitely finding success here, too. Nice knee to the body there from Benali.
Silva, again, the slightly longer fighter, 5'3" for her. Benali listed at 5'1".
Benali doing a good job of staying towards the center of the cage in this round. Before, in the past round, she's going back and up against the corner. Nice shot by Benali.
Sends back Silva is the crack by Benali.
Benali doing a good job at finding her shots. Once she finds that one shot that connects, I would love to see her start following up with 2 or 3 more punches after that.
This is where she wants to fight. In the center of the cage here, this is where she's winning the fight.
Nice overhand right.
Who wants it?
It really starts to get down to that, right, Joel?
Oh, absolutely. 1,000%. But, you know, both ladies are still standing in the middle to trade.
Benali's got a little blood coming from her nose now.
Also noticing she's starting to breathe out of the mouth.
Yeah, I mean, for her 4th fight, she's in the 4th round in her 4th fight in a championship fight against a girl that's had 12 fights.
Yeah.
And faced a very tough Jess Rubio in Las Vegas on short notice as well. Lost that one via decision in February. But Benali looks so good right now. A top shelf kick lands for her.
And she's winning this round.
This is as competitive as it gets right now. Both ladies trading shots. And being cautious with the shots that they're throwing, too.
Yeah, they are. Benali's corners probably said, don't let her get close and get those double unders.
Nice slapping leg kick there from Benali.
Crisp combinations by the Agima fighter. That head kick lands flush.
What a round 4.
No grappling.
No grappling. 0 grappling. Very interesting, Blake. Very interesting. This is a close fight. This could be 2-2 going into the championship rounds.
I'm going with 2-2
I'm going with 2-2 because I think Benali won that 4th round. I thought Hannah Silva won the 3rd. So let's go.
See a little bit of wincing from Benali. Not sure what that might be, but we do see some blood seeping from the nostrils, Joel.
Yeah, I mean, we're going into round 5. Sometimes round 5 is the toughest round, especially when the fight's this close. You're literally 3 minutes away from either losing a championship or becoming the new champion, and that's definitely one of the moments that really builds you as a fighter or a champion, is going into that last round and proving to yourself and everybody around you that you are the champion. Now we'll see what's going on in this last round with both these ladies. They're both ready to get after it.
So Hannah Silva won the Amateur Strawweight Championship in January of 2023. She lost it in her next fight alongside Kelly McKay in April of 2023. Since then, she has been on a mission to get back to a belt. Now the final frame between these two to decide if she'll get another.
Right to work.
If I'm Benally, I'm just copying what I did in that 4th round. Stand in the center, let her come to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Hannah Silva's doing a really good job of utilizing her footwork this round as well.
Another stinging shot lands for Benally. Her timing has sharpened through the rounds, Joel.
Oh, absolutely. Benally's really starting to find her rhythm, especially with this last round. Has definitely got to give her some more confidence in her striking there, and it shows. Nice body kick there from Benally. And Hannah's still coming forward.
Corner just called for the body lock. Let's see if she goes for it.
Inside leg kick lands for Benally moments ago. Hannah Silva looks to close inside, but kept at bay by that potent jab of Kiani Benally.
It's been effective all night. I'd like to know what each of the corners said in that 4th round.
I would really love to be a fly on the wall for sure.
Yeah. I'm real surprised Hannah's not trying to get her up against the cage like she did in those first 3 rounds.
I agree.
She was having a lot of success with that.
But also going back to it every single round, that's going to take some gas out of you for sure.
Just about 70 seconds before we have a new amateur flyweight champion. Benally cocks back the head of Hannah Silva.
Nice exchanges here from these ladies. There goes Hannah trying to get to that body lock.
Yeah, and only 30 seconds left in this fight. Might be too little too late. She's eating a lot of shots in this 5th round.
Silva unable to infiltrate, and Benally continues to tee off here in the 5th and final.
Oh no.
Silva finally able to get into a close quartered position. Might be a little bit too much, too late.
Good defense there from Benally. With the reversal to end the round.
Going to be a toss-up.
It's going to be a toss-up for sure, but I think Benally did enough to get the nod.
Yeah, I got to agree with Joel. I think those last 2 rounds, she pretty much solidified it. Keeping the fight in the center like we talked about. She kept it in the center, used her jab, used her overhand.
It'll be interesting to see, but Hannah Silva to be able to get back to this spot, quite impressive. On the other side, Kiani Benally gets that Agima pop, and she looked real special in there, specifically when she was able to keep it standing up.
Oh, absolutely. She found her rhythm. She found her timing. She was starting to counter Hannah as she was starting to come in to disrupt her rhythm from getting that body lock. It was really great to watch.
Kiani Benally, a win would be 3-1 for her record and a belt to go with it. Again, unbeaten in Utah at 2-0. She always got it done with her submission. She met her match in Hannah Silva, who had such a solid game plan to grapple and get to the back. Couple of dominant rounds, but we will see where the judges fall. And all that being said, a couple more belts still to be handed out, Joel, at light heavyweight and heavyweight. Looking forward to it.
We got a long night ahead of us, Blake.
Lots of decisions this evening, live at the Masonic Temple. Happy to have you with us. Blake O'Rulian, Joel Haro, Jason Laporte. Inside the cage, Hannah Silva and Kiani Benally go the distance. A full 5 rounds. Neither side has ever done that. but it looks like the scorecards are in and will belt the champion.
Fierce fans, after 5 amazing rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score this contest 48-47, 48-47, and 50-45, declaring the winner by unanimous decision and new flyweight champion, Kiani Bialy.
Kiani, you're the new champ. How you feeling?
Pretty good.
Did you expect to go that way? The fight was back and forth. Both you guys, jiu-jitsu specialists, you come in here and you stand and trade for 5 rounds.
I honestly thought I would be on the ground more.
Well, you came away with the victory tonight. What's next for you?
To find the belt, get another fight, you know.
Well, we'd love to see you back in the cage. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations for your winner, Kiani Bialy.
Your brand, on the move, wherever life takes you, seen in the rush of adrenaline, in the freedom of the ride, in the heights of adventure, and the thrill of new perspectives. No limits, no borders, just your brand reaching new heights. Wherever the journey takes you, your business deserves to be seen. JC Pro Design. Wherever you go, make it visible.
Scan the QR code on your screen for access to Fierce FC's digital program. Get the inside scoop on every fighter making the walk tonight, as well as additional information on future shows. So Kiani Bialy is crowned the amateur flyweight champion. Jet Swain and Garrett Buckaloo battle out for the vacant light heavyweight title.
Fierce fans, our second title fight is brought to you by Vive Radiology, an official sponsor of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our next 2 title fighters, Garrett Buckaloo and then Jet Swain, to the cage.
Three wins, 3 finishes as Garrett Buckaloo heads into his first title fight. Joel, it's always nonstop output from the jump leading to this line of success.
Well, I mean, when you're coming from the grindhouse, the grind never stops, especially when you're coming after that strap.
Yeah, Jason took this fight on a little less than 3 weeks' notice. Similar to his dance partner, he is as down as they come when we talk about Garrett Buckaloo.
Yeah, this is a fight that I've been looking for. I had it marked 3-0. Man, this is a great fight for a championship.
3 wins, 3 finishes, all in the second or third round. A little over a year as an active amateur, made his debut in September of 2024. Already done so much and unbeaten on the way up.
He looks possessed over there, man. He looks like a man on a mission tonight.
He's locked in, Jason.
Yeah, he is.
Strap season.
First fight outside of his native Montana. He swings so heavy to set up his wrestling, and like Jet Swain, has stapling pressure.
Yeah, like I said, both of these guys are going to come in here and bring it tonight. Don't blink in this one.
Landed 5 takedowns alongside a nonstop chain of attempts in his last bout in March. Also had a bout cancellation on weigh-ins in September, so he has been itching to get back inside. This one is for a belt for Garrett Buckaloo. 2 months, 3 fights, and now a title on the other side of this one for Jet Swain. Jason, it has been a long time coming to get his career up and running. An all-out sprint to start things for him as he eyes another win and finish.
Yeah, this kid has been impressive in all aspects of the game. He's big, he's fast, he's athletic. Both of these guys, what a great matchup.
Joel, fastest move to a title fight in Fierce history, 62 days removed from when he made his debut, already a championship backdrop for him.
Well, when you have the performances that he's had in the past, it's only right to get a title shot after those performances, you know what I mean? Even though he's 2-0, he's still an exciting fighter, and he's a man on a mission. And like Jason said, it's a good matchup.
My palms are sweaty for this one.
Knees weak.
Looks for 3 wins in 3 consecutive months, September, October, and now November on the docket for the Vernal fighter, an All-American wrestler in high school and college. Also has plans to train overseas after Thanksgiving for 3 months in Thailand.
Man, that is definitely something I would love to do at some point in my career for sure.
Jet Swain, the fighter out of Brute Force Fight Team in Vernal, Utah. About ready to step inside as we pull up our tale of the tape. 205 title is up for grabs. These two stalemate in the age and height with a half-pound lean and weight to Buckaloo. Both unbeaten, both 100% finish rates as well. And we will jump this one to the center to get the nod from Jackson.
Fierce fans, when this fight begins, the referee in charge will be Dave Seljestad. This fight is scheduled for 5 rounds for the Fierce Fighting Championship Amateur Light Heavyweight title. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, holding an undefeated amateur record of 3 wins and 0 losses. He stands 6 feet tall and weighed in at 201 pounds. Fighting out of the Grindhouse, hailing from Billings, Montana, by way of Colstrip, Montana, Garrett the Disciple Buckaloo. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding an undefeated amateur record of 2 wins and 0 losses. He stands 6 feet tall and weighed in at 201.5 pounds. Fighting out of Brute Force Fight Team, hailing from Vernal, Utah, Jet Damn Swain.
All right, boys, been over the rules in the locker room already. Just gonna go over those big ones again. Stay off the back of the head, neck, and spine, and keep your fingers out of the cage. Amateur fight steals, so the thing that strikes the head is either a punch or a kick. Got it? Touch them up. Let's have a good fight.
Amateur light heavyweight title delivered to you in collaboration with Vive Radiology. Clear results, convenient access, your health in your hands.
No glove touch.
Garrett Buckaloo rocking the Venom fight kit, befitting a champion, the gold and black.
Buckaloo threw a little low blow there. He just got caught. He got his bell rung there. Jet swung. Nice 1-2.
A snipe by Swain, and now we get right into the grappling, which we all expected to see. Swain has talked about being excited to face someone who actually meets his pedigree of power and skill. Right now seeing it alongside Garrett Buckaloo.
Yeah, he rocked Buckaloo quick with that 1-2. And Buckaloo went right to his wrestling. I think they're going to cancel each other out here, it feels like.
I think we might see a fight almost similar to the Hannah Silva-Benali fight.
Yeah, both big, strong.
In terms of styles.
Yeah.
Nice Uchimata.
Nice move by Swain to get to a solid position. Lots of people here in his favor. Oh! On the chin, but this one for Garrett Buckaloo.
Buckaloo returns the favor.
I would like to see Buckaloo start raining some shots on him. You can kind of tell that Swain is still a little hurt from that shot.
Yeah, somebody dropped a mouthpiece, and I think it was Buckaloo.
Completely rung the bell, but Jet Swain now going back to where his bread is buttered.
I mean, impressive recovery from both fighters. Both fighters hurt early in this first round.
Electric thus far, Joel.
This has been an exciting fight for sure. I had to stand for majority of this first round.
Oh, and he's rolling.
He might get success here.
I thought he was going to roll for that anaconda.
I
He
thought so
almost
too.
had it.
Swain doing a good job staying on top here. Getting heavy shots. Buckaloo with the scramble here, though.
Incessant with that pressure is Jet Swain. Garrett Buckaloo tries to reverse the position.
Nice switch there from Buckaloo.
What a scrap so far.
Couple shots from the top for Swain. Buckaloo been so active.
I don't even think Dave knows that Buckaloo's mouthpiece is out. Now he does. There he goes.
He might have heard you, Jason.
I was just about to say.
Last 10 seconds of round number 1.
Fast up kick. Barely misses for Garrett Buckaloo. First frame. Electric, fellas.
That was very electric. That had me off my chair here, Blake.
Impressive. Both fighters ringing each other's bells. Both fighters hurt. Scrambling. Wrestling pretty much even. They're negated pretty much on the wrestling. What a fight. What a scrap.
Absolutely. The wrestling is definitely canceling each other out. They're doing a great job reversing positions, hitting those switches, getting the body locks, taking to the mat returns. Like it's been a wrestling seminar so far, you know, but the power these guys both have has also been exciting to see.
Garrett Buckaloo really solid on the feet. That one strike almost shut the lights out for Jet Swain. The impact of the canvas might have been the thing that woke him up.
Oh yeah, totally.
And he recovered well. He ended up on top after that scramble. So impressive from both fighters to fight through a little adversity in that first round.
Let's see what round 2 has in store for us, guys.
So Jet Swain has been utterly dominant through his first 2 fights. A round 1 submission, or a TKO, and a round 2 submission for Swain. Right now heads into round number 2, but not nearly the leg up that he had in his debut 62 days ago.
I feel like someone's going to be getting knocked down here
Yeah,
soon.
I was just going to say they both are a little tentative on.
Buckaloo looks for that front headlock choke.
Looks like he might have something to work with here, guys. Good snap down to the back. Swain gets right back up to his feet. And with a single leg of his own, let's see if he can finish it.
Swain has wrestled at such a high level. Again, an All-American at both the high school and collegiate level.
Nice heavy shots there from Swain.
Big boys are throwing shots. Somebody's going to sleep.
Oh, good right hand from Buckaloo.
Both light heavyweights.
The right hand as he comes in.
You're seeing the power from Buckaloo right now.
Swain wants to wrestle. Buckaloo stays on top for just a moment, but Jet able to reverse that spot. Minute 35 remains in round number 2.
Maybe a little fatigue setting in for both fighters.
Kimura attempt possibly here from Buckaloo.
Swain slows down the pace. A solid spot in which he could set up a submission, Jason.
And he's looking for it too.
That Von Flue choke might be there.
And you can hear his corner saying, there it is, there it is.
Now some heavy shoulder pressure from Swain as he looks to move over. Heads out of the sand trap for Buckaloo.
Nice job to pass. Oh, he's not quite past there. There it is. Great job to pass the guard from Swain. Not only can he wrestle, but he's got a little jiu-jitsu.
Wrestled undersized at heavyweight growing up. Certainly helps him when he's facing a bigger body like Garrett Buckalew.
Isolating that right arm. Oh, nice from Buckalew with the reversal.
Trying to chase that back.
Very
control there.
impressive. Swain was trying to isolate that arm. Buckalew was able to reverse the position. Wow.
These fights are always interesting when you start to wonder who's going to give first, specifically when we talk about the cardiovascular.
Yeah, and right now, neither one of them look like. Swain's the one that looks a little tired on the stool there. I can't tell how Buckalew, but both those guys, high output.
Yeah, I was going to say, they both are looking a little tired there, but the body language of Swain is definitely showing that he's the more tired one here for sure. Looks like Buckalew is still attentive to his corner.
And Swain got clipped again in that second round.
Got clipped, but also did have that submission attempt.
Yep.
Buckalew, though, able to switch the position late.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting round to score. If I'm scoring it, I'd probably lean Buckalew just because he clipped him and dropped him. He came closer to finishing the fight. Swain didn't do too much when he was on top, but, I mean, who knows? What a great scrap. I'm glad I'm not a judge. I'm glad I'm just here to observe and enjoy this fight because it's phenomenal.
Me too, Jason.
Let's go.
3 more minutes.
Yeah, Buckalew does look like the fresher fighter out of the two.
Again, uncharted territory for Jet Swain. He had a round 2 finish and a round 1 finish in his first 2 bouts. Garrett Buckalew has been to the 3rd round in his career. Back in September of last year. Sorry, Jason.
I was going to say, Jet's keeping that chin high, and this is where he's got clipped before when he gets in those exchanges. But he's keeping that chin high, and he's getting caught when he does.
Buckalew's looking for that right hand again.
And it's there. If he times it just right, it's going to be there for him. Smart by Jet by being a little bit more patient and not just rushing in with shots. That's where he's gotten caught. I like Jet slowing this fight down a little bit. Just as I say that, he gets caught by the 1-2.
Buckalew with that 1-2.
Buckalew with the 1-2.
Nice strike lands by Garrett Buckalew. Moves back Swain once again.
Buckalew starting to suck some wind here.
Yeah, they both are. If I'm Swain, I'm using that jab. When he keeps the distance, I felt like he was doing pretty good. I mean, how hard is it, Joel, when you're this fatigued? Like, you want to throw a hard punch so bad.
And you try to throw that hard punch with everything you have, and it's just all in slow motion.
It's just,
the mind is saying throw something hard, but the body's telling I got to slow down a little bit.
Jet might end up on his back here.
Buckalew in a good spot. Swain starts to melt down to the mat. Less than a minute to go, round 3.
This is the fight. This is the way a title fight should be.
This fight is a definition of leaving it all out there in the ring, guys.
An exhaustive pace posed by both light heavyweights. They'll separate. Back to the center we go. Waning seconds, round 3. Both look for that home run hit.
Ooh, that knee to the belly hurt him.
Another one. I feel like Garrett's pulling away a little bit.
And now a whole lot of blood populating from the nose of Jet Swain. He took some damage.
Yeah, he did. He took a lot of damage in that round. What a scrap.
Fight of the night thus far for sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I was going to say, I'm standing this whole time watching this fight excited.
Making that part of the night easy. We're over in the corner of Jet Swain. Jason, it's tough to say. 2-1.
I would lean 2-1 Buckley. I feel like he did enough. He's landing the harder shots. He's got Swain hurt, and in the body language just doesn't look good from Swain right now.
No.
I mean, he's exhausted. I mean, these are two big guys laying it all on the line, and
meanwhile, body language looks good for Buckaloo.
Buckaloo looks good. He is not breathing too hard. He's tired too, but not like Swain.
I mean, you can tell. Look how attentive he is to his coaches right now in his corner, whereas Swain's head down, breathing heavy.
I thought Swain had some moments early in that round where he was keeping his distance a little bit and using his jab. It's when he starts to rush in is when he's getting clipped.
And again, for Garrett Buckaloo, his first fight since March of this year, Jet Swain debuted in mid-September.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It's already round 4.
Championship rounds, guys.
Once again,
hard
chiming leg kick lands for Jet Swain.
Nice leg kicks from Jet Swain.
Loads up a few of those as Buckaloo will do the same up top.
Buckaloo's really trying to put him out with that right overhand.
You know, Swain's not out of this fight.
Still got some sting, Jason.
He really does. He only takes one shot at this weight with these big boys throwing leather like this.
Swain evades the attack of Buckaloo. Slower pace, but a lot of power still.
I didn't have this fight going this deep into these deep rounds. I thought this was going to be over in the first or second with the way these guys were throwing punches, and here we are still throwing punches with a minute and a half left in the 4th round.
We get a quick timeout from Dave Selyusted. We lost a mouthpiece. Looks to belong to Garrett Buckaloo.
Jet's going to take a quick little breather.
More leg kicks from Swain. Buckaloo, close distance for just a moment. Now steps inside for that overhand right.
Spinning back fist was there, Joel.
It was
there.
Ooh, these guys are just slugging it out.
Garrett caught him again with that overhand.
Nice takedown there from Swain.
First one posed this round, 50 seconds remaining to get something done.
Just not enough.
Blake, I forgot my poncho tonight. There's some blood over here.
Is it? We got some blood? We're in the
got
blood
some
zone?
blood. Good thing I'm wearing black tonight.
Yeah. Good call.
There's been some violent fights, some violent ground and pound to close out round 4 from Garrett Buckaloo.
Swain's fans are right behind Buckaloo's corner here.
5th and final coming up. Both fighters slow to get to their stools. We follow Jet Swain, who has got an uphill battle to climb right now. Likely will need a finish, Joel.
Likely will definitely need a finish here. He's got to dig deep in this last championship round here. And I think Buckaloo's just got to keep doing what he's doing at the moment. I think he still has an edge over him.
Hunched over in his corner, it is so exhausting to go this long, especially when it's been relatively easy through the first 2. You finally meet someone who matches your marks. And Jet Swain, though as tough as can be, hasn't been able to capitalize on the moments like he has in the past.
He wanted a big fight. He wanted to fight somebody that can match him, and he found that tonight in a guy in Buckaloo. Both of these fighters will grow immensely from this fight.
A fast 60 seconds. 3 more minutes to close this one out and crown a light heavyweight champion. Division is currently vacant after Sterling Rich was stripped. Sterling Rich, a former opponent of Drake Anderton, who's up next alongside Barris Callender.
Swain should just toss that left back spinning back fist as he turns. It's going to be there. Nice straight left.
More weighty leg kicks go for Jet.
Now Jet landed some shots.
Nice timing there on that double leg.
Beautiful takedown.
Crisp entry to that patented dump of Jet Swain. Lots of time to work here in the 5th and final.
Does he have enough energy to finish this fight? He's going to need a finish to win. I'm getting a kick out of Jets fans right behind Buckaloo's corner, and they're all yelling instructions to each other.
He's got a whole lot of support from the Vernal crowd, and now pieces together a nice ground and pound combination.
I was going to say, it looked like he was going for broke there with the guillotine.
Now wants potentially a Darce, Joel.
Yeah, he's starting to look for it. Buckaloo getting his way up top, though.
Swain evaded position, and now Garrett Buckaloo in a prime spot to ride this out and take home a strap.
Nice switch attempt there from Swain. Buckaloo just a little bit ahead of him in the wrestling.
Yeah, he is.
And so tough when your A game is to grapple and to wrestle. That is the hardest part of this entire sport, is being able to mix that in, as Garrett Buckaloo throws in a few more strikes.
With a big takedown.
Slams down Swain.
Putting an exclamation point on this fight is Garrett Buckaloo.
And it looks as though some hardware is headed to the Grindhouse in Billings, Montana. Garrett Buckaloo, sensational in his fierce debut, likely to move to 4-0.
Phenomenal performance by Garrett Buckaloo.
I think that was a great performance from both guys, to be honest. But
yeah, I agree.
Hats off to Buckaloo.
Wasn't easy, Joel, no doubt about it.
Definitely was not easy. Definitely had to work for it. Like I said earlier, this fight was definitely the definition of leaving it all out in the ring.
So perfect up to this point. And Garrett Buckaloo likely lends to a light heavyweight strap. As for Jet Swain, again, has a 3-month trip out to Thailand to sharpen up his striking. Cannot wait to see him in 2026.
He's going to be dangerous in this light heavyweight division, Blake.
I mean, the wrestling is already there. Clear
it's
as
already
day.
there. Yeah, for sure. But, man, I want to be calling his next fight after his trip to Thailand. That's for sure.
We'll see how the schedule plays out. We would love to have you back. Happy to have Joel Haro here. His first time calling fights since February of this year.
Too long.
5 rounds for Kiani Benali and Hannah Silva. Similar situation for Garrett Buckaloo and Jet Swain. The Pete Suazo Utah Athletic Commission been busy this evening. A whole lot of decisions. But we remember that Aspen Kobayashi first round finish that has completely stolen the show up to this point.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, they always say don't blink, but I definitely blinked when that happened.
Garrett Buckaloo. It's always interesting when out-of-state fighters win these belts. and who is next up on the totem pole for him to face.
Absolutely.
Lots of good names. Drake Anderton, you ever wonder if he might come back down for maybe a double champion status if he is to defend alongside Barris Calendar in a matter of moments.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. That would be an exciting fight to watch.
All up in the air. Never know anything, just speculation over
Speculation, you know. If I had a, crystal ball, I would say I'd love to see that matchup for sure with the new champion crowned tonight with Drake. But we shall see.
All right, we got a belt inside the cage. Here's Hoops.
Fierce fans, after 5 incredible rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score this contest 49-46, 50-45, and 48-47, declaring the winner by unanimous decision and new undisputed light heavyweight champion, Garrett, the Disciple Buckaloo.
Got your mouthpiece out? Got your mouthpiece out? Oh, you're good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner and new Fierce FC champ, Garrett. Great back and forth fight. He clipped you early in that first round, and after that, you seem to kind of come forward and dominate after that. How you feeling?
I'm blessed. So blessed. Man, my head hurts though.
Did you expect the fight to go that way? Both you guys wrestlers, it kind of seemed like your wrestling negated each other. Was that how you expected the fight to go?
I knew he's going to be a brawler, good scrapper, good wrestler. I didn't expect him to be that good though.
So are we going to see you back in the cage to defend your title?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, man, a few words. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner and new Fierce FC champ, Garrett Buckaloo. Congratulations, boys.
Salt Lake City, I hope you're ready. We're about ready to put on the biggest, yes, I said the biggest professional wrestling show in the history of Utah professional wrestling, baby. Saturday, December 13th, live from the Masonic Temple here in downtown Salt Lake. And if you're gonna put on a big show, you gotta get some big players, baby. Let me introduce you to this man right here, the official sponsor of Devotion Championship Wrestling, Ryan from Kush Cube.
How we doing, guys? You know Kush Cube. We're born and raised right here in Utah. Anything big that's ever happened in our city, we jump on board. This will be the biggest, the best wrestling ever to come to Salt Lake City, Utah. Front row is already sold out. Second row is going fast. Jump on, grab your tickets now before you miss out. Let's go!
Go, baby. You know, we talk about big players. We got my good brothers, the best friends, the machine gun Carl Anderson, the big LG Doc Gallows, the innovator of violence, the hardcore legend, the maniac himself, Tommy Dreamer in the main event. You don't want to miss this. Get your tickets now, baby. Fight the sour. Get the power. Ah!
You never know. I might even jump in the ring and take someone out.
So Garrett Buckaloo is your new amateur light heavyweight champion. Up one weight class to heavyweight, Drake Anderton looks to defend alongside the visiting Barris Calendar.
Fierce fans, our final title fight is brought to you by Rockwell Watches, the official watch and sunglasses of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our final 2 title fighters, the challenger, Barris Calendar, and then the champion, Drake Anderton, to the cage.
All right, title fight number 1 for Barris Calendar. Jason, 3 wins, 3 KOs, all of them inside 2 rounds.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what this guy brings. Fighting out of Arizona, he's 3-0. I love it when the heavyweights get inside the cage.
Yeah, interestingly enough, these two fought on the same card in December of last year, the night Drake won the Mountain Force amateur light heavyweight title. Calendar fought earlier on in the card. Kind of interesting to see them both meet now in the middle in a different promotion, different state, different title.
Yeah, very interesting.
comes from a karate background, certainly starts with a spring in his step. Joel, 2 consecutive first-round finishes for the Arizona fighter.
That's the thing with karate fighters, man. They're very light on their feet, and they can attack literally at any moment.
First fight in Utah, all previous have been in Idaho. His first time, Jason, facing an opponent with a recorded win, so a big step up in competition.
Yeah, big step up tonight for Bears Callender. You know, he's 3-0. I think he's ready for it. We give him the shot. Give him a shot at the strap tonight.
3 wins, 3 TKOs. The 32-year-old, again out of Flagstaff, Arizona, Beres Callender, a solid heavyweight build that packs a whole lot of muscle. Typically the smaller body in there. Never had an issue, however, with the size disadvantage.
Yeah, I didn't see a big size discrepancy when the two were facing off against last night. I feel like they're pretty evenly matched.
The numbers might surprise you a little bit, but we'll pull them up in a moment after Drake Anderton makes his walk. All right, title defense number 1 up in the air for Agima's Drake Anderton. Jason, following a finish in July, now crowned the West Coast top-ranked heavyweight, coupled with a 100% finish rate.
Yeah, I like to see him getting back in here, defending the title tonight. He's 5-1. He's got a big task ahead of him, though.
Yeah, Joel took his first fight just a few months after graduating in high school in 2021. Ended up training over at ATT Portland. His ceiling was so high that the brass at the gym offered private lessons to help him really speed up his development as a fighter.
Yeah, that's quite the story right there, especially like taking private classes. That's the best way to level up your game at a faster rate, right? You know, and of course Drake's here at Agima at a credible gym here in Provo, Utah, and excited to see his first defense here.
First time facing an unbeaten opponent in his career. Been storing more size, Jason, as he transitions into this heavyweight frame where he feels better overall.
Yeah, it looks like he's filling out. I mean, we saw him at light heavyweight. Now we're seeing him at heavyweight, and he's a big kid.
Most certainly, Drake Anderton weighed in last night at 245.5, 7.5 pounds heavier than he did in his July matchup against Chris Folau. But now an opportunity to defend, a 100% finish rate, and listed as the #1 amateur heavyweight in the entire West Coast.
In the entire West Coast, that's quite the achievement there, and you know, I see Drake expanding that into his further career.
Final amateur act of the evening. A decade divides the two as Anderton holds a couple-inch edge in height and a substantial 19-pound nod in size. 5-1 for him. Callender has yet to face defeat.
Fierce fans, when this fight begins, the referee in charge will be Dave Selyused. This fight is scheduled for 5 rounds for the Fierce Fighting Championship Amateur Heavyweight title. Introducing the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner, holding an undefeated amateur record of 3 wins and 0 losses. He stands 6 feet tall and weighed in at 226.5 pounds. Fighting out of Southside Combat Academy, hailing from Flagstaff, Arizona, Beres Weapon of God Callender. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding an amateur record of 5 wins and 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall and weighed in at 245.5 pounds. Fighting out of Agima Jiu-Jitsu and MMA, hailing from Provo, Utah, the reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight champion, Drake, the Destroyer Anderton.
All right, guys, been over the rules in the locker room already. Just going to go over those big ones again. Stay off the top, back of the head, neck, and spine. Keep your fingers out of the cage. Still an amateur fight, so the thing that strikes the head is either a punch or a kick. Got it? Sure. Touch them up. Let's have a good fight.
Final amateur act for a title backed by Rockwell, designers of the official Champions Watch of Fierce FC. Barris Calendar challenges the champion, Drake Anderton.
Ooh, nice right
Snappy
hand.
start by Anderton. Both guys swing for the fences.
Drake is trying to end this night quickly.
Way to step back and hit him with that right hand as he came in.
Anderton throwing some heavy leather.
Nothing but kill shots thus far for the incumbent. Barris Calendar welcomes it in matches.
I don't think Anderson wants to see the second round.
I don't think so either. He's just inches away from landing that hook right.
Looks like Calendar's already got a cut over his left eye.
Such a firefight to start. Both fighters have slowed down their pace a little bit, about the halfway point of round one.
Drake's doing a good job being patient here. Nice jab to the body there from Calendar. Ooh. Looked like Anderton barely clipped him with that right hook, Jason.
Yeah, it did. Looked like he just missed it. Or else I might have been going in there and doing an interview.
Tight guard early on by the incumbent, Drake Anderton. Some blood out of the mouth of the challenger, Barris Calendar. He'll land a shot.
Heavy body kick there from Anderton.
He catches the kick for Anderton, and now down to the mat. Some grueling ground and pound. Could he close it up?
That's a violent man right there, raining down shots on you.
A rampant pace keeps the championship status intact for Drake Anderton.
Man, keep that cage closed. I don't know if I want to go in there and do that interview. That's a violent man in there. Wow.
Have fun, Jason.
Wow. Very impressive.
A violent finish for Drake Anderton, successful in his first title defense.
That's a scary man. Who's next?
He went to work right away from the beginning of the first round.
He put the heavyweights on notice here. He's here, and he's here to stay for a while.
And he's just getting better each fight.
First round finish for Drake Anderton. What a beautiful ground and pound sequence. Joel, we got it for you.
Catches that body kick, and then that's all she wrote. He went right to work on that ground and pound. Calendar wrestled for a leg, and Anderton just came around with more heavy punches to the head, and the referee had seen it all.
And Joel, so often people talk about the veteran move to not rush things in those types of situations. Anderton did rush it, but it seemed like the right time to do so.
Oh, absolutely, especially when he caught that kick. He went right in with that right hand, and then took him down with that kick that he caught. You know, so that's, I mean, in that situation, it's better to rush in, and start going to ground and pound for exactly what he did.
All right, let's get it inside to Jackson.
Fierce fans, referee Dave Salyastet has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes and 33 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed heavyweight champion, Drake the Destroyer Anderton.
You got to come to my good side. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here with your winner, Drake. Drake, dominant performance tonight. You came in here just like a wrecking ball, man. Was that the plan tonight, to make it a quick night?
Honestly, no, it wasn't really a plan. I was supposed to dial it back. Went a little aggressive, especially because I've never really stunned anybody, and I saw it, rushed a little bit. But I want to say thanks to my opponent. He was super respectful at weigh-ins today, everything. He's the nicest guy. So everybody give him a big round of applause. And I had a good time. I felt here today, so I'm doing good.
So quick work. What's next for you? Oh, actually, they want to watch the replay. Where am I at? This way? Oh, let's turn around here. Oh, we got to look up here. I don't know if you can see it up here with all the lights, but walk me through that replay.
I saw that I stunned him. I didn't really want to take him down, but when I caught his kick, I knew it. And then when I had the position, I kind of just let go, threw some bombs. I'm lucky the ref stopped in, because if that would have went the whole round, I probably would have gassed myself out. Future reference, I'll slow it down a little bit, but landed some bombs and won. So,
well, you're still the champ, defending the title. Can't wait to see you back in here. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner and still Fierce FC heavyweight champ, Drake Anderton. Congratulations, brother.
Jay's Tire Pros proudly serves the Bountiful community, a family-owned local business for nearly 30 years. Still serving Davis County with pride, Jay's Tire Pros has been your neighborhood experts in tires, wheels, auto repair, and brake service for almost 3 decades. At Jay's, customer service always comes first. Our expert team helps you find the perfect tires for your car, truck, or SUV and gets you back on the road fast. We also handle everything under the hood: oil changes, brakes, alignments, shocks, struts, and transmission services, all at competitive prices. Whether you drive foreign or domestic, you can count on Jay's Tire Pros for honest work, reliable service, and the best care in Davis County. Jay's Tire Pros, proudly serving our community for nearly 30 years and keeping Davis County moving safely and smoothly.
Hey Fierce fans, Kibble Davis here with Prime Labs. We are now the official lab testing partner for all of Fierce Fighting Championships fighters. We provide a combat trio for all fighters across the Wasatch Front, as well as if you want to get in the best shape like one of your favorite fighters, we provide many comprehensive blood panels. All you have to do is click on the link or text 385-645-7400.
Whether you're a fighter or just someone that wants to take charge of their own care and looking to address a lack of sleep, fat gain, or even muscle growth, Prime Labs has different panels for all financial situations. So please shoot us a text at 385-645-7400, scan the QR code, or please go to the website and come check us out.
What a win for Drake Anderton, Garrett Buckaloo, Kiani Benali, all your new amateur champions. Up to pros we go. Dakota Growth, Hal Mitchell on deck.
Fierce fans, our co-main event of the evening is brought to you by Jay's Tire Pros, the official tire of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our next 2 fighters, Hal Mitchell and then Dakota Growth, to the cage.
Short notice scrap for Hal Mitchell, Jason, his first since July, which lasted less than 20 seconds, but comes out swinging with finality from the jump.
Yeah, this guy wants to finish the fight and finish it fast. He's 0-2. Don't let the record fool you. This guy likes to scrap. And he brought a crowd with him tonight, too.
Joel, 2 minutes, 40 seconds of cage time in his last 6 fights combined, amateur and pro. That averages out to 27 seconds per fight.
27 seconds per fight. I mean, like Jason said, don't let his record fool you. He's a game fighter. He comes in, he's aggressive. leaves it all out in the cage every single time he fights.
3-3 as an amateur. His most recent win was in August of last year via TKO. Formerly a featherweight, but made his way up in weight recently and was all in for this 175-pound matchup. Took it officially on Monday of last week.
Wow. Very impressive. A fighter's fighter.
Exactly.
This guy just wants to scrap. He doesn't care. I'll fight anybody. Let's go.
And a fun nickname, too. Hal Stay Down Mitchell.
Hal Stay Down Mitchell.
Stay down.
Does that mean when he hits you, you stay down? Is that
I would hope that's what it is rather than the other side.
Yeah. I got you.
Hal Mitchell inside. He'll await Dakota Growth. Well, he was right back to training after a 60-second submission in September. Now another walk for the resurging Dakota Growth. Joel, as mentioned, a quick finish over a vet in Lehigh Dominguez a few months back. Now a motivated Hal Mitchell to get past tonight.
This man is on a mission. He's ready to get in there, get another finish, and improve his record to 2-1, and then start his run from there.
A high-level grappler, Jason, comes from a judo background and has excelled in finding submissions over the course of his career. Also grew up in Hawaii, wrestled with two-time PFL world champion Ray Cooper.
Yeah, that's impressive. Watch out for this guy. He might snatch your neck.
Again, a 60-second armbar over Lehigh Dominguez in September for Dakota Growth. First time fighting twice in a calendar year, however, since 2013, but had a warm welcome back to the sport in September. All right, to the co-main event tail of the tape we go. Mid-30s for Mitchell, early 30s for Growth, who stands over him by 2 inches. No issues on the square last night. Growth well under as he looks for back-to-back wins, and Mitchell eyes his first.
Fierce fans, our co-main event of the evening is scheduled for 3 rounds and is a professional 170-pound catchweight bout. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, holding a professional record of 0 wins and 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 174 1/2 pounds. Fighting as an independent fighter, hailing from Salt Lake City, Utah, Hal Stay Down Mitchell. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding a professional record of 1 win and 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at 172 pounds. Fighting out of Brute Force Fight Team, hailing from La Pointe, Utah, Dakota Hapaka Growth. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge, Dave Selyustad.
First professional frame courtesy of Jay's Tire Pros, the official tire of Fierce FC. Hal Mitchell on 11 days notice in black. Dakota Growth, his second fight in 2 months, sports the red. Again, always a fast start when Hal Mitchell is inside that cage. He swings big early.
Yeah, he was looking for the home run shot there. Smart by trying to pull away from Growth.
Dakota doing a good job keeping him up against the fence.
Mitchell wanted a hip toss. Growth ends up taking it on top. 30 seconds into round 1.
Nice elbows there from Dakota.
Just past the 1-minute mark of round number 1. That is officially the entirety of Hal Mitchell's professional career thus far. It was sub 60 seconds.
He was doing a good job of fighting position there, but now Growth just jumped on his back.
All of Mitchell's losses have been served by submission, and again, like mentioned, Growth has been solid in that department, but right now wants to ground and pound.
Mitchell looking at trying to throw some knees to the body there on bottom, it looked like.
Growth targets the
Oh, and he
back.
gets
A
the
tap
tap.
is there. Dakota Growth, 2 straight. Another win for the Vernal Fighter.
Dakota's fired up. I think he just told him to stay down.
Two and one for Dakota Growth. He had not fought in over 10 years and comes back. A win in September, now another submission inside the first round for that man. And it seems as though we're going to be seeing a lot more of him in 2026.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's impressive.
Dakota has finally started his run. Very impressive start to his run here.
Joel, an interesting setup. It was kind of a slow burn, but once he actually got it snapped on, it was a quick tap.
Oh, absolutely. You know, once Dakota got to his back, sunk his hooks in, slid that arm underneath, right here, started squeezing right away, and then the tap came.
Some sauce on that squeeze too. Dakota Growth out of Brute Force Fight Team has had a solid back half of 2025 in his return to the sport. A 3-1 amateur, all of them in 2023. 2 victories by submission. That is now 2 professional victories by submission as well. Let's make it official inside of the man in the gray suit.
Fierce Fans referee Dave Selyeset has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute and 50 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by submission due to a rear naked choke, Dakota Hapakoa Growth.
Ladies and gentlemen, here with your winner, Dakota. Dakota, that was a quick, violent finish. How you feeling tonight, man?
I feel great.
Did you expect the fight to go that way?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna come at me like harder at first, so I kind of threw me off there, but just kind of relax.
So quick finish tonight. What's next for you? We're gonna see you back in the cage again.
Shit, January, doesn't matter, just let me know.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Dakota Growth. Impressive, man.
Salt Lake City, I hope you're ready. We're about ready to put on the biggest, yes, I said the biggest professional wrestling show in the history of Utah professional wrestling, baby. Saturday, December 13th, live from the Masonic Temple here in downtown Salt Lake. And if you're going to put on a big show, you got to get some big players, baby. Let me introduce you to this man right here, the official sponsor of Devotion Championship Wrestling, Ryan from Kush Cube.
How are we doing, guys? You know Kush Cube. We're born and raised right here in Utah. Anything big that's ever happened in our city, we jump on board. This will be the biggest, the best wrestling ever to come to Salt Lake City, Utah. Front row is already sold out. Second row is going fast. Jump on, grab your tickets now before you miss out. Let's go!
Go, baby. You know, we talk about big players. We got my good brothers, the best friends, the machine gun Carl Anderson, the big LG Doc Gallows, the innovator of violence, the hardcore legend, the maniac himself, Tommy Dreamer in the main event. You don't want to miss this. Get your tickets now, baby. Fight the sour. Get the power. Ah!
You never know. I might even jump in the ring and take someone out.
Dakota Growth, a speedy submission for him. Teague Vigil, Leon Taylor, one that we were hoping to see 6 weeks ago, re-racked to the top of the bill tonight. Let's bring him in with hoops.
Fierce Fans, our main event of the evening is brought to you by R&R Barbecue, the official food vendor of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our final 2 fighters, Leon Taylor and then Teague Vigil, to the cage.
Long time away from the cage, but back to competition is Leon Taylor. Joel, he hasn't competed in 6 years, but started his amateur career in 2014. 12 fights total, a lot of reps under the resume.
12 fights total, that's still a lot of cage time. Whether you take time off or not, it's all about your preparation. Dominic Cruz is a good example of that. With all his injuries coming back, he still is one of the top bantamweights in the UFC. And, I'm looking forward to see Leon Taylor's return and see what that time off has done for him.
Yeah, Jason, this matchup was put on ice after kidney stone complications on fight day last month. Rebooked for this main event tonight. He said it was the worst pain he has ever felt. Spent 8.5 hours in the emergency room immediately after weigh-ins into the subsequent morning.
Yeah, I'm glad to see him back. I'm glad to see him get an opportunity to get this fight in. He's got a tough task, man, to be off for 6 years and to fight a guy like Teague Vigil. This is a tall task for Leon Taylor tonight, but as Joel said, he's got the experience, he's got the cage time. If anybody can do it, Leon Taylor can do it tonight.
Yeah, the time away was primarily due to being busy as a dad and raising his kids. As they've gotten older, he's been able to kind of realign his focus and get back inside the gym. He's lost 75 pounds in 8 months to return to action. He was 220 as recently as March of this year. He was inspired by a fierce alum in Chloe Becker. He walked out with her, and that's what got him back inside of the cage tonight. Leon Taylor, Teague Vigil, final act of FCS 18. Again, one that has been on the board for a while will await his opposition.
I'm on a 15 perky, baby. What we finna do?
Talking, I'm loving, baby. Don't make a fuss.
Happy to have his name stick to this card, and chipping away to a 500 record is Teague Vigil. Jason, he's banked 2 straight, never been hotter than now for the local Utah talent.
And if there's ever a guy in Utah MMA that exemplifies never giving up, it's Teague Vigil. Starts his pro career off 0-4, comes back. The guy just never quits. He's always in the fight. And don't sleep on that when he was 0-4. He was in every one of those fights and had opportunities to win, man. I love watching this guy fight.
Tries to make it 3 straight. He has faced some tough names over that time. All that being said, I talked to his last opponent, AJ Craig, and he said he has never felt strength like that man right there on your screen.
Yeah, he's a strong kid, and he's been putting it in. He's been putting his time in on the mat up there at One Hit, teaching the wrestling class up there, helping fighters. Just an all-around, just a good guy.
Yeah, Joel, it's really shown some light, these 2 straight wins. His third now at 145. He has not lost in this weight class. Feels like it's a home for him.
Honestly, I feel like 145 is his weight class. When he was at 35, he had some really tough fights that I feel like that kind of wore on him. But like the thing is with Teague Vigil is that he's got a lot of heart, man. He does not let his victories or his losses define who he is as a martial artist and a fighter. I'm excited to see what he does tonight.
Final chapter of FCS 18, powered by R&R Barbecue. Taylor, the older and longer fighter, neither side with a weight advantage based off those 145s, as a third win pens for tonight's victor. To get it off the ground inside, let's go to Hoops.
Fierce fans, this is your main event. This fight is scheduled for 3 rounds in the professional featherweight division. Now, one more time, I need everybody tuning into the pay-per-view and everybody here in Salt Lake City, Utah, from the upper seats to the lower seats to the VIP seats down to cage side. Put your hands together and make some noise! Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, holding a professional record of 2 wins and 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighed in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Team No Excuse, hailing from Nampa, Idaho, Leon the Lion Taylor. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding a professional record of 2 wins and 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 145 pounds, fighting out of the Vigilante Academy and One Hit MMA, hailing from Roy, Utah, Teague, the Vigilante Vigil. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge, Dave Selyastad.
Leon Taylor, Teague Vigil on the other side. This main event is sponsored by R&R Barbecue, the official food vendor of Fierce FC. Some mixed signals between the two. Retreated back over to their corners for just a second. Vigil close distance inside 45 seconds of his last bout. Always so fast to start as he'll open up with some strikes.
Fast with that straight left down the pipe.
Some smiles from Leon Taylor. Looks like no cobweb shaking for him. Again, his first bout since 2019.
Quick high kick there from Teague.
And a piercing kick to the body in favor of Taylor.
You're going to see the strength advantage from Teague here in a second. He's just kind of ragdolling Leon Taylor at the moment.
Nice up kicks there from Taylor.
Nice work upstairs and downstairs for Leon Taylor. Wild exchange,
nice
drops down
hand
Taylor.
from Teague. Looking to finish here.
And it looked like Leon was trying to counter in that exchange, and he did, but he just got caught.
Into some stapling ground and pound for Teague Vigil. Solid start for the fighter out of One Hit.
Looks like we got some blood coming out of Taylor's forehead here.
Something from that wild exchange.
Oh, yeah. We got something.
Taylor seems calm and composed, but Teague Vigil continues to dominate on top.
Yeah, he's pinning that arm, too, behind his back. This could be trouble for Leon.
Nice elbows from Vigil.
This is the same spot and the same setup that Teague had to submit AJ Craig back in May.
Big elbows. Oh, there it is.
More isolation of that limb. Teague Vigil goes for it. Taylor able to retreat.
It's like Vigil's going to try to look for that again here soon. For
That's
that
tight.
submission. Ooh, and Taylor slips out.
Taylor with some slick get up there.
Ooh,
just relentless.
Nice
from
shots
Teague.
from Teague there.
One-way traffic in favor of the Utah fighter. Minute 20 remains in the first round.
Vigil looking for that submission there.
Some clear damage absorbed on the face of Leon Taylor over there on bottom, Jason.
Yeah, Leon doing a good job of fighting out of that.
I mean, Leon Taylor's still a tough guy here. He's still he's still in the fight a little bit, I feel like.
30 seconds before we go to stools, but Vigil wants it inside one. He will. Unrelenting, undeniable. Teague Vigil. That's 3 in a row. Teague Vigil from 0-4 to start off his pro career. So many people were saying to pack it up. That guy has stayed the course. That's 3 straight and dominant at that.
You watch out for Teague Vigil. He's got that never quit attitude, and he's always in the fight. Leon's still down.
I will also mention this about Teague Vigil. How impressive was that? O'Neal Vigil, his daughter, singing the national anthem at the top of the show. Real special night for the entire family.
That was cool. That was really cool.
That was really cool.
Believe we have got the finish up and ready, presented by R&R Barbecue. Joel, it's yours.
We see Teague here looking for that submission. Then he abandons it and just starts raining hard elbows down onto Leon Taylor. That was all she wrote right there. Dave Selye said it saw enough of that and decided to call the fight.
In such a dominant position, Leon Taylor was completely pinned down at that point.
Oh, absolutely. The way Vigil had his hands wrapped up and then landing those 12-6 elbows there was the key to victory there.
We see O'Neal there again, our national anthem singer earlier on in the evening. Teague Vigil, 3 in a row, all of them by first round finish. What a way to come back in his career. 2-0 in 2025 and a main event winner at that. Taylor is still on the stool. He'll get up to make this one official alongside Dave Selyestead. We got hoops.
Fierce fans, referee Dave Selyestead has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes and 33 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by TKO, Teague, the Vigilante Vigil!
Peace out. Come on over here, Teague. Teague, first of all, can we give a shout out to your daughter for singing the national anthem and absolutely crushing it tonight?
Man, I'm so proud of her. She's incredible. Yeah, I'm her biggest fan, even though she doesn't want me to be forever. I'll be the biggest fan. She does amazing.
Well, amazing job. And let's talk about your fight, man. You come in here, this fight was booked a couple fights ago. You get a chance to run it back. How you feeling getting in here and get the win tonight?
Feeling awesome, man. Just learning each and every fight. I mean, was trying to be more and more patient with this fight, getting to the positions and then advancing. And my coaches, Coach Aldo, Coach Corey, Coach Dietrich as well, they're some of the best people in the world, and I wouldn't even be a fraction of where I'm at without them. So I'm so thankful for them, and thankful to my sponsors, Luck Thai, helping me out this fight. And just thank you for everybody that loves me and supports me and believes in me. That's 3 in a row. We started off 0-4. Now we're 3 in a row here, so 4-3. One more to kind of wipe the slate clean in my eyes, and let's make a run for this thing.
You answered all my questions, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for your winner, Teague Vigil.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Live from the Masonic Temple in Salt Lake City.
I love this fight. This is the fight that he's excited to watch. Joel Haro, top bantamweight in the States.
We are so lucky to be cage side for this. Spins his way to a big-time blow.
And how tough is this guy?
And that first shot, he was out.
Joel Haro!
What a main event to cap us off for the night, huh?
And I'll be back in the Masonic in December.
The Tongan Kong strikes again! Siwatu, welcome home! Night belongs to Teague Vigil. That is 3 in a row as he looks to continue his dominance into 2026. As we welcome you to the Fierce Challenger Series 18 post-fight show, Blake O'Rulian, Jason Laporte, Joel Haro as well. Fellas, an incredible night, some new champions as well.
Yeah, some new champions. Drake Anderton, impressive performance. We also had Garrett Buckaloo and Jet Swan, probably fight of the night.
I'm gonna go with the Hannah Silva and Kiani Benali fight for fight of the night. That fight was really impressive from both sides, and I feel like all the new champions, those title fights were all really good fights in general, but definitely fight of the night for sure for Hannah Silva and Kiani Benali.
How about Drake Anderton with his TKO, Aspen Kobayashi, his knockout finish, Dakota Growth on top of Teague Vigil, a couple of big-time finishes.
Yeah, some big-time finishes tonight, and Aspen Kobayashi just, man, that was an impressive uppercut. That kid's going to be a problem in the featherweight division.
Joel, your thoughts on that and all the other finishes we had?
I'm going to have to go with the Kobayashi fight for the number one finish of the night for sure. People say don't blink, and unfortunately I blinked on that moment. I missed it, but hey, that was a pretty dominant performance on his end, and like Jason said, he's going to be a problem for the featherweights here in Utah.
Well, we're 12 shows down in 2025. One still remains, and like last year, the final man to make the walk will be this guy to our side. Joel, you looked better than you ever had in August. I think so many people are excited to see you again in December. What are you looking forward to in this rep?
I'm very excited. Had a lot of growth in myself and my martial arts journey in general for this last fight, and I'm just going to continue that growth for December 12th. And I'm looking to rewrite the story from this last December to this December and come out with my hand victorious and move on to big things.
How important was it to get back in the gym and get back into camp as quickly as possible after that August win?
It was very important. I literally took about a week, maybe a week off. I did injure my rib in that fight, so I took about a week and a half off, and then got right back into the gym. I'm always training year-round, whether that's in the weight gym or the martial arts gym, and a combination of both.
You always keep our palms sweaty, no doubt about it, when we're calling these fights.
Always. We always look for that spinning elbow from Joel.
That being said, Fierce Fighting Championship 44 tickets are on sale Monday. Jason, the card is stacked. Amateur Flyweight Championship is on the line. Dante Morales, Dietrich Jessup, Michael Pfeiffer, and Lane Dalton. Dalton goes up a weight class trying to become another double champion at Fierce.
Yeah, what a stacked card. I apologize. I had to switch mics to the other side here. So, yeah, that's a stacked card. We got some belts on the line, and obviously Joel Haro to top it off for the night for us.
Zeke Latu as well. Again, tickets on sale Monday. Follow all of Fierce Fighting Championship socials in order to stay up to date on everything. Let's go up to the wide shot, fellas. Massive thank you for watching Fierce Challenger Series 18. For our technical director, Jordan Buscarini, our graphics coordinator, Ryan Piccolo, our A1, Aiden Mortensen, and all of us here at Fierce Fighting Championship and Pats Media. Final time tonight. That's Jason Laporte. That's Joel Haro. I'm Blake O'Rulian saying see you on December 12th.